catch up with you?
Oh, don't talk to me.
Oh, then it might be catching.
I know we'll catch it when I get on him.
Oh, it's not your Eric again, is it?
It's been round there bothering her, causing all sorts of ructions. You know she's got a court order out, don't you?
Well, some people, they just don't care, do they?
Why she don't do it in the first place, I'll never know.
Hey, here's a sight that'll chuff you up, kid.
Well, you're here then?
Yes, I'm here.
Where do you want me? Yeah, well, first of all, I'll say I shall be treating you like any other new girl. Don't think I'm being funny, but I shall be checking every piece you put through. You
Right.
understand, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to sit you next to Vera.
Oh.
But if there's anything you need to know, don't ask her, ask me.
OK.
Still, I said there'll not be a lot you need to ask. Right, girl.
Of course you remember, don't you? That's her old machine, is that? Good. I'm glad she's put me on a good one.
All right, girls, eyes down. You've all seen Mrs. Tanner before. Now, work's here. Let's get on with it, all right?
Couldn't you ring them? Say you got tomorrow?
No, I flipping can't.
Could. You mean you won't?
They're breathing down my neck as it is. I put them off last week.
Well, go this afternoon. What's a morning to them?
I'm not going fishing, you know. I'm working to keep us alive. It's a painful necessity.
I know. I just thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if you were here as well when he comes?
Well, there's no point in bringing a kid into the house at all if we can't feed him, if we can't afford to. Anyway, a kid wouldn't want a line of people waiting for him, you know. Kids hate that kind of thing. No, it's best if you're just here, for a start.
Oh, well. Go on, then.
But don't be so flipping nervous. That's what you want me here for, isn't it? It's not for his benefit, it's for yours, for me to hold your hand.
OK, what's so funny about that?
Nothing, darling, nothing at all. I tell you what, I'll try to get back early, shall I? Look, I don't want the kid to feel that we're taking on a big problem, you know. I mean, it's lousy when you feel that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let him fit in, you know.
I just hope he will, somehow. But now it's here, I'm beginning to wonder what he's going to fit into. I mean, as a kid that needs looking after, the daft Hayforths have sent him to us.
It's what you wanted.
We were there, weren't we, on the day, you know, waving our little Union Jacks. Do you know what they were charging for a tiny little flag like that?
No, Betsy, did you see him? Did you get a good look?
Well, we didn't get a proper good look, to tell you the truth, Louie. I mean, we saw most of the family, and I did get a glimpse of the top of her coach, but that was on the way there, but we didn't see anything of them on the way back.
You might as well have stopped here and watched it on telly.
Hey, there were a fella there watching it on the telly in the crowd, little tiny thing, you know. Everybody around him was cheering and shouting, and he was like sort of eyes down watching it on the telly. Do you know, it was only like that big.
Oh, you watching over his shoulder, were you?
Well, some people were, but I didn't bother, no. You know, I know you see more on the telly, but, well, we were there, you know, live.
Yeah. And I was here, live, when his missus went 2 falls or a submission with Mrs. Walker and left here without a mark on her.
Pull us a Jill, will you?
Is it their flat you're going to, then?
Well, no, not really. It's, well, it is all in book name, you know what I mean? It's a council flat. It's, her old fella, he's the tenant, you know.
Oh, you'll be living with your in-laws, then?
Put it bluntly, yeah, only, there's only him, you know.
Well, you get on all right with him, don't you? Oh, dear, eh? You'll have to remember to wipe your feet, won't you?
I'll have to remember not to hit him over the head with a rumming chair leg every time he's sarky.
Oh, I like that.
Well, it's me. I'm not good enough for her, you know.
Has he not seen you in your chauffeur's out?
Hey, and I can do without cracks like that.
You want to try and keep your sense of humour alive, Freddie. I've got a feeling you might need it.
It'll only be temporary, though, won't it? Till you get yourself sorted out.
Sorted out? I've been the last few years sorting myself out, haven't I? Thought I'd flipping cracked it and all.
Oh, it'll be all right, lovey. You'll fall on your feet.
Near as that I was to get in my own pub. Near as that. Now look what I've got to show for it. That. Pile of bloody cardboard boxes.
Hey, take your eyes off. You're a married man. Can't stop them looking, can they?
I hope that'll be your missus now. She's been reading your mind.
I hope not.
Hello, Sykes Garage? Yeah. Oh, hello. Is that right? Oh, can you get it here? No, I suppose not, no. Well, we'll have to get someone out to you. Brian? Yeah, he is. Oh, well, he's a bit tied up at the moment. Yeah. Right, yeah. And you'll be in, will you? Right. Hey, you. Scumface. It's your flipping birthday.
What's it do?
Only that Mrs. Fox, wasn't it? Whee!
What does she want?
Oh, surely you don't need me to tell you that, do you?
You got a one-trap mind, you have. Now, what does she want?
Says she can't get it going.
I was working for hours on that TR7. It's gone like a bomb.
Not what she says. She wants you to go round and check it over. You, personally.
Why me?
Oh, Sunshine, stop being so naive. She's been giving you the eye, hasn't she? You're away.
Look, that don't mean nothing. You know what they're like. Women like that. Too much money and not enough to think about.
Well, we'll get round there and give her something to think about.
A minute ago, you were just saying I can't even look at birds in the street.
Well, Ron did say keep her happy, because she and her husband are friends of his.
Ah, she puts things his way, I know.
Not half what she's putting your way, Sunshine.
Give her, will you? I've got this job to finish and that gown she's over by 5 o'clock.
She said any time. She'll be in when you call. Oh, and she said, can you put on a clean pair of overalls?
Why?
She doesn't want oil on her sofa.
Where have you been?
Now, look, don't start.
I've been standing there like flipping Nelson waiting for you.
Well, it was him. He decided to be awkward.
Oh, that's him, innit? Mr. Flipping Awkward.
He is offering us a roof, you know.
I know.
And his car, and that's what he was awkward about.
Well, he said he would, didn't he? Last night he said he would.
Well, this morning he said he wanted it. Anyway, I've got it now, so come on, I don't have to spend any longer in here than I've got to.
Well, she's not
I
about.
don't care. Just get your things and let's get in the car, right?
Oh, Len, are you expecting anybody around at your house?
Why?
Well, there's a fella there with a little lad, knocking on your door.
That's all right. Rita's in.
Oh, thought I'd tell you.
Hey, do you think that'll be, you know?
Be a funny coincidence if it isn't.
I hope it works out.
So do I.
It'll be wonderful all round, really, won't it? You going home?
Stick us another half in that.
You're never stopping here.
Well, you know what the Japanese say, the 3 most terrifying things in life?
Oh, I know, can't recall.
Earthquake, fire, and foul.
I've always thought they were funny. My father, oh, he was a lovely man. Mind you, we're nothing like you.
Let him meet Rita first, eh? You know, first the good news, followed by the bad news.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to warn you about the rabbit.
Oh, that's all right. We'll find somewhere for it. What's it called?
George.
George, eh? Well, hello, George. Well, I suppose he eats lettuce. What do you like? Do you like scones?
No.
No? Oh. Never mind, Chuck. Never mind.
Well, I put this.
Just stick it out of the way for now. I'll find room for it later.
Put it here now.
Well, no, look, I'll have to shift some things around, but I'll do it when he's out. So just put it anywhere.
Well, there ain't anywhere, is there?
Look, Fred, just put it down and help me get this suitcase up here, will you? Now, put all your things on the left-hand side. All those I can get in, that is. But your suit and your tweed jacket are still in there because they were bulky. Oh, and you can have the hook behind the door.
Oh, I get my own hook, do I?
Well, perhaps we could get a small chest of drawers, cheap.
Chest of drawers. There ain't anywhere to put it, is there?
Well, it'd fit in if it wasn't too big.
Oh, I know. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll hang it from an hook on the ceiling.
So why can't you take a positive attitude for once?
It's easier said, innit?
Well, why can't you think it's a whole new start?
Oh, I don't like it, me, when, you know, if people say it's a whole new start. Always seems worse than before, somehow.
Well, that's very nice, that is. Very nice.
Well, I'll drop by and see you tomorrow, all right, John? The best thing I can do is leave you two to get to know each other.
Right.
I don't expect there will be any problems, but if there is anything...
It's all right. I've got your phone number.
Right. Well, ta-ra then, John.
Ta-ra.
Bye. Well, are you hungry?
No. Sir.
Well, I am. And I'm going to do plenty. So, if you do decide you want some, that's all right. Are you worried about your mum? Of course you are. Has she been in hospital before?
No.
No? Oh, well, we'll go and see her. Your mum hasn't vanished now you've come here, you know. You'll be able to visit her. And she'll be all right. She will, you know. A lot of people have got what your mum's got. She'll be all right. Hey, where do you get stuff to feed your rabbit?
Go to the shops and fold bits of cabbage and stuff.
Right, well, we'll go round shops afterwards. We've got a shop, you know, a newsagent's. Did he tell you? Tell you what we have got. We've got pot posters, you know, rock groups and animals, that sort of thing. Would you like to choose a couple to decorate your bedroom? Would that do?
Yes, sir.
Right. And you can come round shops with me any road, and I'll find out what you like. I mean, you do eat sometimes, don't you?
Yes.
Hey, why don't you take what's-it-called outside and find a corner for him in the yard? Come on, and give him that. I mean, you might starve to death while you're here, but we'll do right by Rabbit. Come on. Straight through. You won't get lost in our yard.
Elsie? Hmm? You know you said it was like riding a bike?
Yeah?
Well, you fell off.
You are?
Look, you've got to make sure that your material's even and then just let it go through. I mean, you've started off and then you've tried to make it right as you've gone along, but it was wrong when you started.
Right.
But don't think I'm picking, will you?
No, I don't. I wouldn't have let that go through myself.
All right.
Is the other pair all right?
What other pair?
Oh, well, if it's gone through, that's all right. I just thought the other pair might be a bit dodgy, that's all.
If I've said they were all right, they were all right.
She's on again.
What?
Glenda.
Glenda? Is that her name?
She wants to know when you're going round. She's stopping in for you, so can you give some idea?
There's nothing wrong with it, I bet. She's probably just flooded it.
What time will I tell her?
Tell her about 4 o'clock.
Oh, now who's getting crafty?
What?
No call to come back here then, have you? Eh? All the time in the world. Round about 4 o'clock.
Ooh, I do look forward to his afternoon nap, I really do.
Well, you're very lucky with him, aren't you, the way he sleeps?
Well, he must inherit it from his father then, because I've always been a light sleeper.
Oh, Brian, you're joking. He was always making a row. He had the biggest mouth you ever saw. It was always wide open, yelling.
Well, he doesn't open it much now, unless it's to stick food in it.
How do you mean, love?
Oh, I don't mean anything at all, really.
No. Is he moody then, or what?
No. It's just that when he comes home from work, I feel like talking, and I tell him about anything that's happened during the day or anything that Nicky's done, you know. Well, it just seems that I do all the talking. I wonder if he's interested.
Well, he was never very talkative, you know, our Brian.
But this is different. He always makes out he's dead tired when he comes in from work.
Well, probably is, love.
I know we need the money, but with him working all day at the garage and then all night on the pumps, I wonder if he wouldn't sooner be at work.
Hey, come on. You're worrying about naught.
I know it's different now with Nicky. We don't go out much. We don't do anything at all, really. Maybe he thinks it's a bit boring.
Boring? Hey, let me tell you something. He's got a lovely little wife, a lovely little baby, a lovely house. If he thinks that's boring, he wants kicking.
Well, don't make a big thing out of it. I'm only thinking out loud. Maybe it is boring.
I was expecting you sooner.
I'm up 3 at work. You know it is.
I suppose your services are in great demand.
Well, we keep busy.
Well, I'd like to be able to recommend you, but I'm afraid you haven't given satisfaction. Not so far.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Oh, the car. Well, you're the mechanic.
No, if you can just slip in and try and start her up.
Well, that's amazing. What did you do?
Nothing.
You mean all you've got to do is give it a long look?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's running perfectly. And so it should, the time I spent on it. Mind you, a lot has to do with the technique you use for starting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some people pull out the choke, push the accelerator right down to the floor. And you know something? It's a miracle you ever get it going. But if you go about it the right way, it's just like that every time.
I bet you'd know.
Well, cars are different. They're like people. You suddenly need a lot of choke. So, it's just a dab on the accelerator and then practically nothing. Well, it's just like that.
Just like that? You better get in and show me.
Okay.
Hey, that's the most musical sound I know. I like it better every time I hear it. How are you feeling, Kate?
Oh, like a daisy.
You'll be falling at Rovers now, won't you?
Oh, I can't. I wish I could. I've got some shopping to do. Should have done it yesterday, but I never got round to it.
Hey, there's only fresh air in our larder and all.
So you survived the whole day then?
Why, didn't you think I would?
I didn't expect you to turn up, tell you the truth.
If you told a bit more of the truth, you didn't want to give me this job in the first place.
How true?
But you did, so I'm sticking to it.
I wouldn't bet money on it.
You'll have to sack me.
Oh, come on, Elsie. It's not you. You won't stick it. I won't have to sack you.
I'm telling you, you're going to have to get rid of me. You see, I never want responsibility for anybody or anything again. All I want to do is to look after my own job and my own work. And this is it. And as I'm not likely to leave to have a baby, and I'm not going to come up on the pools, you're stuck with me for life. Right? Ta-ra.
Are you going down Northern Street shop?
Yeah, why not?
There's a twosome for you. When those two hit the town, lock up the red paint.
Hey, what was she saying?
About what?
Well, I was saying about responsibilities.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't give her your job. And honest, she's not after it. At least, I believe her.
Hiya.
Where is he?
He's outside feeding his rabbit.
His what?
He brought a rabbit. It's in hutch and everything. I said he could keep it in yard.
Oh, they're probably not much trouble, are they? What's he like?
Oh, he's... Well, I think he's all right. He hasn't said much yet. In fact, he hasn't said 2 words since he got here. To be honest, he's hard work in that department.
Well, don't force him. He's probably shy, like me.
He keeps going in yard to feed his rabbit. Poor little lad. He must feel happy.
Hiya.
Hello.
You're John, aren't you? I'm Len. Who do you stick up for?
Stick up for who?
City or United?
I'll stick up for either.
Hey?
Don't bother about football much.
Oh, well, neither do I, really. But when I do, I stick up for Everton.
Your name is you stick up for Liverpool.
Hey, you do know something then, don't you?
Well, you read about them.
Well, if you don't support soccer, what do you do Saturday afternoons?
Go fishing if you can.
Have you brought your rod?
No, didn't know whether.
Ah, you should have done. You can take me.
Wouldn't mind.
Hey, I'll try and get us fixed up then, eh? I mean, would you like that? I don't know anything about fishing, though. You'll have to teach me.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, great. We'll go then, eh?
So, are they your tools?
Yeah.
How long have your hammer?
Yeah, what do you want it for?
It's a hutch. It's all right. I can do it. I made the hutch anyway.
Oh, yeah, you dig in, yeah. I finished building for one day. Fetch you back, won't you?
So, I will.
Well, you're making progress.
He's only a kid, isn't he? He'll be all right.
Why don't you go outside and help him with his hutch? You know, get to know him.
When we get to know each other, he'll ask me to help mend his hutch, won't he? Then let's not push it, you know. What's for tea?
I think I'll open a tin of salmon. Do you think he's going to like us?
Well, we can't force him to, can we? I think the best thing is for us to get to like him first.
I think you've got Ivy on up, you know. She's not sure whether she's chuffed to have you there or not. You've got her confused.
She's not one to be confused for long, not our Ivy.
Hey, but she's bound to be worried about her job, ain't she, and being out like.
Yeah.
Hellfire. Is there, Brian? They were there, Brian, weren't they?
I don't know. I didn't see. You know what I mean? Come on.
Red.
Huh? Oh.
Your lungs.
Oh, yeah.
Time you're shaping. Red.
Oh. 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 A rotten night. Definitely need a bigger bed. Eunice? I said we need a bigger bed.
It's a perfectly good bed.
All right, for one. When we get a place of our own, we're going to get a full-size bed. This'll do us the spare. Come on, it's time you were shaping.
Ready.
What?
Put the kettle on.
Aye, all right.
No sugar in mine.
Oh, I'm making it, Emma.
I am Fred. Take
Hey, come on, shape.
10 minutes yet. Take me dad a cuppa.
Oh, blimey.
He takes 2 sugars.
Well, that won't sweeten the old rat bag.
Turn that off.
It's not too loud, surely you can't hear it.
Like music in the mornings, me dad.
Won't I be glad to get a flipping place of our own?
Look, am I getting a cup of tea or not?
That's right, well, I'm telling you, he's got a girlfriend on his side.
Not there, Brian.
Yeah?
Hey, sure.
Good morning, Ivy.
Morning.
Hello, Ivy, love. Hey, how's your Brian going on these days?
Oh, Brian? It's fine. Why are you asking?
Well, I was just wondering, like, how we're going on. Him and young Gail, nice couple out. It's nice to see a young couple like that, isn't it?
What, so were you this morning? You're witching on like an old woman.
Ivy, I'm sorry I'm late. Where's the play next me cards?
Oh, you're all right. Could I clock you in?
Hey, hold on a minute, Vera. Let's get one thing straight. I'm not standing for any of that.
I'm very sorry, Ivy. It won't happen again.
I'm serious, Vera. No more of it. Hey, and don't you start clocking her on if she's late and all.
Don't know what you're going on about. She's not 2 minutes behind time.
It doesn't matter if it's 2 seconds.
Bye, it don't people change you. I've clocked you in many a time when you were late. Aye, and you've clocked me in and all. Mind you, that was before you were in charge, wasn't it? Hey, you were in charge then.
Right. Well, if Baldwin catches you, I know naught about it. And he'll have you. Don't say I haven't warned you. Now, let's get cracking, eh?
Hey, did you really see there Brian with another girl?
Well, I won't make it up, would I? They were in this car, they were driving. I mean, it was dead obvious. Well, Elsie saw them and all, didn't you?
I suppose you've been telling everybody, have you?
Because, like, only I do.
You know me, I'll not say no.
I tell you what, as a matter of fact, I was thinking about telling Ivy.
Oh,
You know, warning her.
Don't be daft, Vera. You keep out of it. Don't get involved.
Hey, she's my best friend, you know. Though you won't think it sometimes.
You know, to hear her talk, you'd think their Brian couldn't hope wrong at all.
I know. There's a fella into like alt rest. Only thing is, she thinks the sun shines out of his trouser leg.
Yeah, Tarzan, try that for size. You know something? It's easier changing you than it is changing a wheel.
Yeah, give it me.
I put clean neck on him, love.
Oh, you're a good lad.
I know I am.
Do you want to wash his dirty nappy and half a dozen more that I've got lined up?
I'm not that good. Anyway, it's time I was off to work.
Yeah, I was thinking you were going to be late.
Oh, I done that this morning, love. Mom's away all day.
Does that mean you'll be home early for once?
Can't tell you. I mean, you never know what's going to crop up.
Tell him to come back tomorrow. Tell him your wife's got your tea ready.
Well, I'd love to. But you know we need the money.
You're too obliging, Brian. Ron takes advantage.
OK, then. I'll start to show me nasty side.
You haven't got one. Go on, go to work. Now then, Nicky. Do you want something to eat?
Oh, you're awake, are you? We thought you fell asleep down there.
Oh, just watch it, Lynch. I'm in an outy mood this morning.
You won't get out of bed the wrong side, did you?
There's not supposed to be a wrong side for a newlywed, is there? Never mind, Fred, you've had a nice little kip in that cellar, make up for all the sleep you're not getting at night.
I've been working hard in that cellar.
Oh, well, now you're back in the land of the living, love. It make us all a nice cup of tea before we open that door.
Me make the tea. What's the matter with you two? You're paralysed or something?
Fair dues, Fred. Me and Betty need a bit of cosseting. We're single girls on our lonesome. You're waiting on hand and foot.
Must be joking.
Oh, you're not saying Eunice neglects you, are you?
No, Eunice's all right.
Did you hear that, Betty? All right. I mean, that's not a very enthusiastic way to talk about your new bride. Before you married Eunice, you talked about her as though she was a princess, and now look at you.
Well, it's our old fella, innit? Gets right up my nose, he does.
Well, tell us over a nice cup of tea. Pop the kettle on, Doug.
I've got to sort these out first. Had some to give there.
You know, I reckon getting wed has weakened you. You're going downhill fast.
Being spoiled, having all your own road, that's what's doing it, you know.
Can I have a count for him?
Yeah, of course you can. Hey, no wonder he's getting fat. Talk about Bugs Bunny.
Ah. What's up, Doc? He loves carrot.
Does he? Well, why don't you take him and his fat carrot back into the yard? Because I'm just going to put your dinner out.
Okay.
Come on.
Hi.
Brilliant timing. Just putting the dinner out.
Hey, it smells good. What are we having?
Lancashire hot pot, one of John's favourites.
I won't be pushing me plate away either. Hey, I tell you what, since that lad arrived here, you know, we've been eating beautifully.
It wasn't so bad before.
I know, but now the lads here, we're eating like fighting cocks. I'm not complaining. Hello, John.
Hello.
What have you been doing with yourself today?
Nothing much.
Nothing much on a lovely day like this.
Hey, John, I think you better go and wash your hands.
Okay.
He's a funny lad, isn't he? Doesn't say an awful lot. What's he do with himself?
Well, he spent half the morning cleaning his hutch out. Then he went to butcher's for me.
He talks more to that rabbit than he does to you and me, you know. I mean, I'm trying, but it's hard to get through to him, isn't it?
Well, I think he's wary, that's all. I reckon you'd be same if your dad had slung his hook and then your mum was carted off to hospital.
He's so flipping quiet, though. I mean, at his age. I was dead noisy.
You still are. Look, he's got no pals of his own age. If you really want to bring him out, why don't you take him fishing like you promised?
It's not my idea of fun. Jerry Booth used to try to get me going fishing, you know.
Well, you know it's one of John's favourite things. Why don't you take him this afternoon? I mean, it's a lovely day for it.
This afternoon?
Yeah.
I'm working, aren't I, to keep these hot pots flowing. Hey, tell you what I'll do. I'll try and knock off a bit earlier, eh? Now then, John, what about this fishing lark? Are you going to show me the ropes later?
Yeah, great.
Hey!
Hey, come on, Fred, wake up when you're ready, mate.
Sorry.
Right, pint for Bert. Put a scotch in there for me, will you?
Hey, Fred, you know, you've been married a couple of months. You should be sleeping of a night time by now.
I don't want any more of that from you, Bert. I got enough sackety marks from Lynch there.
I reckon these two are jealous, Fred. You two could be manly and virile like Fred if you did your exercises.
Could we? You mean we could have a body like that?
If we're not very, very careful.
Hey, you can go off, folk, you know.
It's not just the yawning, you know. Ask him how he got his bad back.
Oh, come on, Fred. You're too old for acrobatics at your time of life.
Listen.
Now, come on, Fred, you can tell us. We're all men of the world.
I hope you're not including me.
No.
Well, look, if you must know, it's the flipping bed in it. It's too small. To tell you the honest truth, everything's too small around there with that old fella mooching around.
Well, never mind, Fred. Look on the bright side. When you get your new house, you'll be able to invite him to stay with you, won't you?
Over my dead body.
Which won't be very long, the way you're going on.
Give us that pint, Betty, will you, love?
You're right, Chuck. How's that youngster doing? Do you know, I was only thinking the other day, there'll not be a lot for him to do round here, you know, with the school holidays.
I was thinking of taking him fishing a bit later.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, Bert, you've done a bit of fishing in your time, haven't you?
Oh, used to. I haven't done it for ages, though.
Well, it's too slow, isn't it? There must be quicker ways than, well, drowned in a worm.
Oh, come on. It's not a bad sport. I used to be very keen on it at one time.
Have you any idea where I can get a rod round here? Cheap.
Yeah, you can have mine. Well, if I can find it, it must be lying about the house somewhere. Ivy never throws anything away, you know. I'll see if I can find it when I get back.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
You know what? I used to take Ivy fishing when we were courting.
I bet you didn't catch much fish.
Not a lot. Hey, how did you know that?
Well, she'd scare him away, where she talks.
Oh, taking a notice. You landed Ivy, didn't you?
Very true.
Hey, Bert, is it true what I've heard? You know, you threw her back twice.
Music to my ears, is that? It can be top of the hit parade as far as I'm concerned.
I know, it's like banging your head on a brick wall looking in naked. Great when you stop.
Hey, shall we go for a drink?
Oh, why not?
Vera,
Oh, hello, love.
I want a word.
Well, we're just going for a drink. Hey, come in.
No, hang back a minute, love.
Oh, all right then. Hey, listen, get me half a lager. Oh, and a meat and potato pie.
Yeah, okay.
What's up?
That's what I'd like to know. You've not done Anne's turn hardly all morning, you.
What are you on about, you?
You know. Every time I've looked at you, you've been giving it this gassing away.
Well, I didn't know we weren't allowed to speak. I mean, we're not nuns on a vow of silence, are we?
But it's not fair to me, Vera. Come on, I mean, just because you're my mate, it doesn't mean you can take advantage of me, you know.
Come on, Anne.
No, you come on. If I let you get away with it, why shouldn't all other girls get away with it? You've never stopped talking all morning, Vera. I mean, you've done no hardly, and it stops Ida from working as well.
Well, happening, I've been talking. I've been worried, as a matter of fact, about you. Well, you're Brian.
You going on about?
Look, I wasn't going to tell you.
What do you mean, tell me what? Oh, is this another of your flipping jokes, is it?
Is it Eckers like? Listen, Ivy, I didn't want to be one to tell you, but he's got a girlfriend.
Rubbish.
I've seen him, Ivy. In this car, he was... Listen, don't take my word for it. Elsie Tanner saw him as well.
What, are Brian and another girl?
Aye. Do you know it were dead obvious? Older than him, I'd say. Right fancy piece. I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry, Ivy. But now you know.
Hello, love. What are you doing?
Oh, love. I'm just looking through the house ads. There's no to rent.
There never is.
Except this, except this bed sitter, it sounds okay. Listen.
Bed-sitter? I don't want a bed-sitter. I want a proper house.
Well, I know, love, but I mean, I'm only like...
I mean, I don't want a pokey little bed-sitter with more room at my dad's than that.
Oh, it's only temporary, love, till we find somewhere. We'll get a bed sit first, and then we'll keep looking, you know.
Yeah, well, he's been very good to us, my dad, letting us stop there, you know.
Well, I mean, we'd have more privacy, wouldn't we?
And when we move out, we'll move into a proper house.
Oh, all right, forget it. Forget I said anything.
Bed-sit? What is daft? Give me a slimline tonic and a slice of lemon, please.
Oh, right. Go on. You tell Bert what you've just been saying about our Brian, if you dare.
Hey, listen, don't take it out on me.
Hey, well, so were you two?
Been telling fairy tales, haven't you, about our Brian?
Look, it's God's honour. It's as true as I'm stood here, Bert.
Well, what about our Brian?
Nothing.
Just a load of silly rubbish and tales, that's all. Hey, listen, I'm not going to be called a liar. Elsie, have you got a minute? Now what's to do? Just tell her about their Brian. Didn't we see him in a car with this woman?
What woman?
Oh, I don't know. But she were all over him. Isn't that right, Elsie?
Look, love, I don't want to get involved. Now, why don't you just let it drop?
Yeah, that's the most sensible thing I've heard. Come on, forget it. Have a drink.
No, thanks. I just got me one in. And I don't like being called a liar. You just can't help some people.
I didn't call you a liar. I said you were mistaken.
Hey,
That's what I...
Hey, just forget it. Let it drop. You know what she's like. It'll be summer and night. Come on, have a drink.
I'm going for some dinner, Ginge, okay?
Yeah, all right, mate. Hey, up, Brian, your fan club's here again. You'll be all right there if you play your cards right.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you'll be all right there even if you play your cards all wrong.
Hello. Bad penny time, Brian. Here I am again.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, you tell me.
Well, what's been happening?
Oh, it's just not pulling right. Just now and then the power doesn't seem to be there. Could you have a look at it for me?
Yeah, leave it with me. Look, I'm just going for some dinner, so...
Oh, kill two birds with one stone. Come and have lunch with me. See if you can figure out what's wrong with the car. Lunch on me, of course. If that doesn't bruise your masculine pride.
Yeah, okay.
Fine. Well, you better drive.
Hang on. Just get my jacket.
You jammy sod. Hey, ask her if she's got a pal, eh?
Right. Where we going?
Surprise me.
Hey, Ivy. It's 3:30.
Hey?
It's 3:30.
Oh. Right, girls, tea break.
Hey, are we going to sugar rider? You know our next week. Well, let's do. Come on, girls. All ready for tea and cakes our sweatshop?
I've just had Parker's on the phone. They are knocked out with the last lot. They want a repeat order. Ivy.
Hey? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rodman. I didn't quite catch that.
Parker's, they want a repeat order.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well, you keep calm, Ivy. I mean, don't burst a blood vessel in your enthusiasm, will you? Right, girls, where's the boss's cup? I am entitled. I've just got you layabouts, a very big order.
All right, all right. I think I'll find you a cup of tea.
Yeah, you don't know how lucky you are having me working for you, knocking my brains out. Mind you, it makes me hungry. I suppose it's brain starvation.
Hey, that's my cake.
You eat cakes for your weight problem?
I have no problems except paying for them.
Oh, anyway, I've fingered it now.
Yes, you have. You better eat it. I can't stand eating after your mucking maulers have been all... You do take some liberties, you
should be thanking me. I'm helping to keep you slim.
I can do that with the aggravation I get here, thank you. You know, Ivy's dead upset. I can tell.
Listen, I can't help it what their Brian gets up to, can I?
I know, but she's worried sick about him.
Worried? All she's worried is about what neighbours will say. She's always been very neck curtain, you know.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's great.
Good. I don't know one end from the other.
Where'd you get it from?
Bert Tilsley. He used to do a bit, you know.
Oh, how much?
Oh, you know, Bert, he wouldn't charge me anything. But I'll pay him back one way or another.
Can I have something from your catching? A bag, something like that?
Oh, there's confidence for you. Here. Will that do?
Great. Shall we go?
Hang on a minute. Where are we going to go to?
Canal. That's the best place.
Canal's the only place, isn't it, round here? Apart from the duck pond in the park. There's a few goldfish in there, you know. I think I'm getting a bit old for the parky to be chasing me, though.
Hey, are there really fish in that mucky canal?
Yes, big uns. Welsh they are. I've got me bait.
What have you got in there? Don't show me. I bet them are worms, aren't they?
Yeah, battens.
Oh, come on, get this lad out of here. Hey, and John.
Yes?
Keep your eye on your Uncle Len. Don't let him fall in that canal. Ta-ra.
True that is, eh? Let's go and have a look. Hello, Ivy.
No, I thought I'd just pop round, see how you are. Hey, now then, little Chuchi. Is she Nanan?
Do you want him for a bit?
Yes, please.
Here, I'll make us a cup of tea.
No. Now then, little fella. Hey, you know me, don't you? Hey, it's your Alan. Dad, Brian not home yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, when will he be home?
I'm not sure. They seem to be working late these days.
Oh, they're busy at garage then, are they?
Seem to be. Right, what's the news, Ivy? I've been stuck in here all day. What's the scandal in the big wide world?
Scandal? Not I've heard of, love.
Could have just done with something juicy.
He's coming on a treat, isn't he? It's lovely. You all right, love? Everything all right? You and I, Brian?
Yeah, I think so. Touch wood.
Go. Did she? Now then.
Who's that?
It's a little fish.
Hey?
Mm.
Anything?
Not yet.
Your bait's still on the hook?
Yes.
That water looks filthy dirty to me. If there's any fish in there, they must be wearing oxygen masks.
Dave Harrison caught fish in here.
Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't it?
Do you want to go?
No, you're all right. As long as you're happy. You never get bored with that?
No, it's great.
Yeah, tell you what. How about next weekend going somewhere better than this? Find a river somewhere in Cheshire, maybe.
Oh, that'd be great.
Ah, good. We'll do that then. Somewhere nice. Near a pub.
Oh, you're here. Thought you'd gone to the Rovers.
No, young un here. You know, hoping to see you, like.
I'll make you some tea if you've got time.
Oh, I haven't, love. I'm late now. I'll get something down at the pub.
I don't know why you hide yourself in here, you know, lying on the bed. There are proper chairs next door.
I'm all right here.
It's my dad, isn't it? You don't like being in the same room. He knows you don't like him, you know.
I never said no.
You don't have to. It's your attitude.
Any road, it's him as doesn't like me. Well, I mean, if I sit with him, we'll only quarrel, won't we? I don't like arguing with him because he's your old fella.
Oh, I know it can be awkward, but it is his flat.
Any road, look, I've got to be getting down there. Are you coming in tonight?
No, I don't think so. I'm tired.
No good this, is it? I'm just going as you're coming home.
It's not what we planned, is it?
We'll get a place of our own.
With what?
Oh, we'll sort something out. I'll see you.
Hey, and Fred, try not to wake him up when you come in.
Hiya. How did it get on?
Do you want to tell her?
No, you tell her.
3 fish?
Hey, that's terrific.
Yeah, it's 1 each.
Pardon?
1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for him.
To eat, you mean?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, they're too small to go stuffing and put it in a glass case. And they're great fish, aren't they, John?
Hey, now, come on, Len. I mean, that canal's filthy.
Oh, love, you're going to disappoint Johnny. And they're great fish. They've even got batter around them.
Eh?
We caught some chips as well.
Oh, damn. You had me going then, you two.
Goodness me, you've got a lot left anyway, haven't you?
Come on. It's your bedtime.
Oh.
It's in the night, Nana.
Oh. No, don't.
Oh, big boy.
Me?
Hi. Just put him to bed.
Hello, Mum.
You late, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been waiting on the car.
Hang on. Sit down here, I want to have a word with you. I want to know what's going on.
What do you mean?
I've been hearing about a woman, some fancy piece that you've been going about with.
Mum, I don't know what you're talking about.
You were seen, Brian, in a car, so don't start telling me no lies.
Oh. Look, I don't know who's been shouting the mouth off, but that's all rubbish, Mum.
Oh, is she, Brian?
She's a customer at the garage. She's called Mrs. Fox. Her husband's a pal of Ron's.
She's married and all then, is she?
She's a customer, I tell you. Look, don't you go and start making something out of nothing, ma'am. You'll upset Gail.
It'll not be me that'll upset Gail, it'll be you. You want locking up, messing about with a married woman.
I'm not! I think she does fancy me a bit. But honest, ma'am, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing to it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just tell her to go away. Tell her to push off.
It's not that easy, Mother.
I'm warning you, Brian. If Gail gets her to all that babby, I will swing...
He's gone out like a light. What sort of day did you have, eh? Tell me all about it while I'm making tea.
Hello. There's an aftershave you bought me for Christmas.
What do you want aftershave for?
Because I gargle with it.
Get your dad aftershave to go and work in a grotty garage.
All right, forget it.
Try the airing cupboard.
I have, forget it.
Is this for Mrs. Fox's benefit?
No, I've got 3 others after me.
Well, just let me catch 'em. We'll bash 'em, won't we, eh? You and me. We'll bash 'em. Do you know I don't know how you can lose anything in a house this size?
I happened to use it all and threw it out.
That one you did. Are you coming home for your dinner?
I'll have to say no, love. I'll get a meat pie or something.
Come home if you want. I'll rustle up something.
Yeah, I'll see. Bye-bye, Nick.
You know, I'm not sure I like you going out to work. You're far too attractive.
Covered in oil?
Covered in oil.
See you later.
Yes. Shall we have now?
Would you like some more tea?
Yes, please.
Any more?
Not in here. Would you like me to make some more?
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, it won't take a minute to boil a pint of water.
No, I'm not bothered.
Would Mr. Fairclough like half of this?
It isn't Mr. Fairclough, it's Uncle Len. And no, you wouldn't, thank you, would you?
No, it's all right, son. I'll make do with a bit of toast. Have you got any plans for today?
I thought you were taking him fishing again, but not by way of Jackson's Chippy.
I'm up to here in work, love.
Couldn't go today anyway. I'm going to visit my mum this afternoon. 8 o'clock visiting.
Have you got your bus fare?
Yeah, Mrs. Fairclough. Auntie Rita gave me some.
What will you tell your mum about how you're getting on?
I'll tell her I'm doing okay. I'll brush my teeth.
All right. Wonder if he cleans his teeth after every meal at home. Barry doesn't, you know.
Look, love, I'm not getting at you or him. But go easy, eh? We don't want to ruin him.
Who's ruining him? He's cleaning his teeth 3 times a day.
No, you know what I mean. You dipping in your purse every 10 seconds and giving him the last cup of tea.
I see. You did want another cup.
No, it's not just that. No, it's I'm thinking about when he gets home.
What home? His father's opted with another woman and his mother's in hospital for a serious operation.
Oh, I know the ins and outs of it. All I'm saying is that when he does eventually get home, his mother might not have the time, the energy, or the money that you've got. I mean, it wouldn't be fair on either of them if you were to get him used to something that she couldn't carry on.
Well, it might be a long time yet, then.
That's what you're hoping, isn't it?
So are you, Aunt Quiet?
I just don't want to make a muck of it for anybody.
I know. Well, I won't have much time after today, or the energy.
What time are you going in?
As soon as I've cleared up here. Mavis had seen to papers. About 8:30. And if John wants anything, he can come to the cabin.
You know what I mean, though, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
How are you off for tea?
I don't know. There's not much he caddy, and I'm bloody if I know where he hides things.
I'm only trying to help, Mr.
I
Tapper.
never said you weren't, did I?
No. Well, I'll put tea down provisionally anyway. Now, what about dinner? Have you anything in?
Well, there's a slice of tongue in the fridge.
Well, that won't go very far, will it? What do you fancy?
Oh, how it'll do.
Well, do you like fish fingers? Because that's what we're having, isn't it? Yes. So how about you?
Oh, I'm not keen.
Oh, well, suppose I do you some stewed steak and a few potatoes.
No, the meat gets under my plate.
Oh, I see.
Well, you know you like. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'll find something nice. Now, we're going to leave these flowers there, because they look nice, don't they? And I want you to copy this onto there for Mummy and Uncle Ken. That's a good girl. That onto there. Yeah, I thought you'd have taken your chair into the front room.
Why?
Well, Isn't that where you're going to spend your time, in your own private apartment?
I'll go in there when I've got a mind. You know, I could stuff it in here and nobody'd notice.
Oh, I'm sure they would. Oh, you are doing nicely. Very well.
Hey, are you listening to me, or aren't you?
What?
I said, are you listening to me?
No, your word you say when we had stuck under there. What are you on about?
This chick who took you out last night. Oh, fantastic. She's a professional disco dancer.
Yeah? I'm John Travolta.
Hey, I'm not kidding you, mate. You should see her move. Been in for comps and everything.
Where? Ashton Labour Club?
Yeah, well, you're not doing so well in the Judy Stakes, mate.
I'm married, aren't I?
All right. Tell Mrs. Glenda Fox that. It slipped her mind. Come to that, so's coming here. Cooling off, is she?
Well, I can't see what she's got to come round here for. You've not seen her to R7 since I finished with it, have you? Belongs to Walton Park now.
Hey, who do you think you're kidding? Who's talking about a TR7?
Shut up, will you? And keep it shut.
Oh, I'm getting scared, are we?
Just keep it shut, all right?
Viaduct Garage. Oh, hello. Yeah. Well, do you want Mr. Sykes, only he's not in? Yeah, he's here. Hang on. Hey, Bright. Talk of the devil. Hey, well, come on, she wants you.
Hello? Hi. No, I've got a small job on. Why? We tried half choke, like I told you. It's a bit awkward at the moment. Maybe I can get up there at my dinner hour. Yeah, in about half an hour. All right, yeah, I'll see you then. Yeah, bye.
Got this place bugged. She must have heard us.
She wants me out there. Flaming thing won't start.
What was that about Alton Park?
It's quarter of an hour to my dinner break. Cover for us, Ginge. I'll get out there now and get back as quick as I can. What are you grinning for? Look, you heard what Sykes said. He wants her and her husband kept happy.
Hey, who's doing it for the old fella?
Well, it's letting them know that you care, really.
Oh, I don't know about that. And you see some of these rich kids, you know, going to the dogs, hooked on drugs and all that sort of thing.
I don't think it matters how rich you are. I'm not on about material things. I mean, in fact, some kids have been known to turn their noses at them. No, I think it's affection.
How's the lad?
Oh, hard to say. He's a bit quiet yet. All right, I think. Len says I'm spoiling him, but then, of course, he would. I mean, if Len had his way, he'd give a kid 3 good ideas a day before he did out.
Oh, come on, he's not that bad.
Well, I'm speaking generally. Hey, and stop correcting me, you.
You correct me all the time.
Because I'm the boss. Oh, hello, love.
Hello.
Now, this is Mrs. Tanner. She lives lower down our street. This is John.
Hello, John. How are you enjoying it round here?
Great.
Oh, it'd be better when he's back at school. He'll have his mates with him then.
I just met someone Red Wreck. We've been kicking the ball about.
There you are, you see. It's all working out.
Yeah, well, this won't buy the baby a new pair of boots, will it? See ya. I hope your mother's better soon, love. Ta-ra, girls.
Bye. Could we have some chocolate to take to the hospital, please?
He's going visiting this afternoon.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, she'll be glad to see you. Well, what sort does she like?
A block of milk chocolate.
Hey, let's splash out a bit. There we are.
I don't know if...
No, you put your money away. You'll need it for the bus. I'll put it in too.
All right. Your mum will think you've come up on the football pools.
How the honeymooners back this morning?
Aye.
Shouldn't be there to meet them.
They don't want me.
They'd hardly be living with you if they didn't want you.
Well, it's cheaper for them, isn't it?
Oh, really, Mr. Tatlow, you defeat me. You were absolutely delighted when they changed their minds and moved in with you.
What's he got to do with you, any road?
Yes, dear.
I'll have a vodka and tonic, Mrs. Walker, which I thoroughly deserve.
That's good to hear.
Hey, you're short-staffed, aren't you?
Well, it's lunchtime, dear, and Fred's out on his never-ending search for a new home.
Well, they're not happy at her father's, and that's for sure.
Well, you'd know more about that than I do. They haven't found anywhere yet. They're still looking, are they?
I think so, yeah. Fred was in the cabin yesterday talking about it. I think they're spending every spare second looking for somewhere, but they're getting a few shocks with the rent that they're asking.
Really?
Why do you want to know, Mrs. Walker?
Beg your pardon?
Why do you want to know?
No good reason, it's just mere curiosity.
Oh. Well, you're not thinking of having them back here?
Oh, heavens, no. Don't say a word, please. Forget I mentioned it.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of, Mrs. Walker, saying a word.
I'm greatly obliged if you wouldn't. Yes, dear.
Half a bitter, please. One of my mates boozes in this pub.
Really?
Yeah, Brian Tilsley.
Yes, Father and Mother live on the street.
Yeah, we work at the same garage.
Do you know, when you walked in, I said to myself, this young fella is not a solicitor, I said.
No, I wouldn't mind being, though. They earn the money, don't they?
Hey, they do that. Oh, this is Brian's mum. Ivy, this young fella works with you, Brian.
Oh, you'll be Ginger then?
Yeah.
Is our Brian not with you?
No, he's on a job.
Oh, whereabouts?
Out Cheshire somewhere.
Oh, Mrs. Fox's car, is it?
Yeah, could be.
Listen, is this Mrs. Fox's husband? Is he a partner in your firm or something?
Well, I don't think so. But they are very pally, him and Mr. Sykes. Mr. Sykes is always on at us to do his best for him, like.
Is he?
Can I get you a drink?
No, you keep your money in your pocket. Can I have a lager and a lime, Mrs. Walker, please?
He's probably back by now, Brian.
Let a dog see the rabbit.
Plenty of time for the rabbit, love.
Thanks for coming.
Hey. No one's looking, love. All the men are working hard to keep these places up. And the women are all at the sherry. We could do what we liked. Not a soul in the world at sea. Or would you rather look at the car first?
I think I'd better. It won't start, you say?
No. But I've a feeling that when it does...
Yes, Mr. Walden.
Oh, large scotch, please, Mrs.
Yes.
Walker. Oh, so hello. I've just seen the lovebirds. They just arrived.
Ah, well, they'll find me if they want me.
Have you heard from, what's her name, Susan?
Yeah, I had a postcard. She says she's very happy, although I still say that London is no place for a young girl.
Look, will you stop worrying?
It's not me that'll be worrying.
That was me leg!
Oh, it's not your leg I'm worried about.
Oh,
God. Well, that's me finished.
It's not supposed to have that effect.
Well, you should have thought about that before you flung yourself into my arms. How about a nice cup of tea?
Oh, would you credit it? A couple of weeks and he's an old married man already.
Yeah, nothing like it.
You're lucky I'm spitting feathers.
Oh, it's good to have Uncle Albert here to greet us, isn't it? Nothing like a warm welcome.
Nothing like it. Hey, listen, love, will you see to the kettle? I want to go and get Tracy. I can't wait.
Relax, she'll be here.
I can't wait.
Oh, you won't have to.
Oh,
hello.
Love, hello. Have you been a good girl for your Auntie Emily?
Yes.
Hey?
Yes, of
Your
course she
little
has. She's been
present.
a real little companion.
There you are.
Did you get the flowers?
What flowers?
Well, we left them on the table. Oh, they're here with a little card from Tracy.
You know who that was, don't you?
Jealous.
Yeah.
No harm done.
Oh.
Happy homecoming
Those-
from Tracy.
Lovely. And there's a little card here as well. Let's have a look at it. It says, love from Tracy, and it's in her very best writing.
thank you.
Darling.
Yeah.
And thank you as well, because she hasn't got much money, I know.
Oh, it's lovely to have you back.
Oh, it's lovely to be back. I shouldn't say that, but it is.
Don't count your chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, you're home then?
Yeah, hello. Where do you move those flowers for?
Well, they were in table. I thought somebody might knock them off.
Who, for Pete's sake?
How the heck should I know? Look, are you going to carry on this way? You've never just set foot in the house.
Yeah, I know. Hey, and what happened to that cup of tea?
Oh, blimey, it's just like we've never been away.
We want to eat to mind. Only I didn't know she'd give me plain chocolates till I looked.
No, of course she won't mind. If your mum prefers milk chocolates, then she must have milk chocolates. Now, these are nice, will they do?
Yeah, great. Are they the same price?
No, they're a bit cheaper, actually. Do you want me to find you some dearer ones?
No, it's all right. She'll like these.
Oh, well, that's all that matters then, isn't it?
Do you like hospitals?
Well, no, not really. I mean, it's all right when people are beginning to get better, but not generally, no. I don't know many people who do.
You can't talk properly, can you? With all those people walking around.
Do you talk to your mum a lot, then?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice. It'll do her good, you just being there. When's the operation?
A few days yet. She says they're building her up for it.
Oh, I see.
Jono! How you doing? I heard you was in home or something.
Nah, I'm being fostered by Mum's in hospital. Coronation Street, number 9. It is number 9, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Fantastic.
I met some of the lads this morning at Red Wreck. Billy Grondo and Jacko, and that other lad I knock about with. I had a game with him.
Fantastic, we'll get together, right?
Yeah, great.
Come and help us choose a disc. You've got a minute, haven't you?
Yeah, coming on through.
Yes, of course you can.
What's the first rule in successful motoring?
Don't let the petrol get too low.
Right. What's that?
It's not sparkling wine, love. Champagne.
Flippin' heck. At dinner times?
Oh, he's got pots of money, love. Somebody's got to spend it. Go on, it'll wash.
Yeah, I could get used to this.
Why not? Some right creeps do.
Hey, watch it.
Oh, not you, love. You're no creep. I'm talking about the Mohair Soup Brigade. You're nothing like that. Nothing. You deserve the good life.
Do you reckon?
I reckon. Do you want anything else?
How do you mean?
Well, I was thinking of food, but I'm open to suggestions. Have you had your lunch?
No, well, I'll get some too when I get back to work.
No, you won't. You'll have some at here.
Honest, no.
Honest, yes. Come on. Come on. I'm not going to do anything to you. And even if I did, you'd enjoy it.
Oh, no, Ivy. I'd rather be at home with my feet up.
Just what I would say. Well, come on, let's have a talk. Was it gin tea?
All right, go on. You've twisted me arm.
I think I'll have same. Can we have 2 gins? Just 1 bottle of tonic, Mrs. Walker.
Yes, hello. Doesn't get any better, does he?
Well, Amy gets worse.
And he must be coining it in.
Can't find a bank big enough.
Look, I work hard for what I get.
We work hard, and we've got notes.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Walker.
I've changed after Mrs. Walker.
Now, come on. Tell us, what is all this? Spit it out once and for all.
Well, it's something no, really. But you know you and Vera saw our Brian and a woman in car other day.
Oh, give over, Ivy.
Well, I said it was something note. I just want to know your opinion, Elsie. I mean, you know Vera. She paints everything all colours at rainbow.
My opinion of what?
Well, this woman, I mean, what's she making up to him?
Now, look, madam, you're in danger of making a mountain out of a molehill.
He's my son, Elsie.
Yes, and he's entitled to make friends with other people, like other people's sons. They weren't canoodling.
Well, Vera said she kissed him.
Well, I never saw it. Well, have it out with the lad.
Well, I have, haven't I? He says there's no going on.
And you don't believe him?
Did you believe everything your Dennis ever said to you?
Oh, come on, fight fair, Tilsley. That was below the belt. No, he's a nice lad with Brian, and it's different with him and Gail. I mean, they're in love with each other. It shines out of them. And he wouldn't want to spoil that, would he?
He's a fella, Elsie, isn't he? My son or not.
Finish your tea?
Now, full up, love. I'll go and get washed and change. I'm doing the pumps by 7 o'clock.
Bring your overalls down. I'll do some washing.
All right.
I didn't know you'd got darts on. Anyway, who wants to watch 2 overweight beer swillers throwing darts?
I do.
Well, you should have said. Len, I've promised him he can watch the other side.
What do you want to see?
I don't know. That's not the point, is it? Well,
One of them American things. He watches it every week.
Well, it won't do him any harm to miss it once, will it?
Len, I've promised him and I'm not breaking my word. He can't spend every hour with that flipping rabbit. Just a minute.
Joel Spence live here? Is that you, Matt? Yeah, how you doing, Joel?
You better come in. Come on.
Hi. Hi, you coming downtown? Boomtown, that's at the Free Trade Hall.
You've got no money for a pop concert, have you?
We're not going to the concert, just watching them going in. Robbo's coming and Blackie, I'll meet them down there. Can I?
Well, it seems a bit silly, doesn't it? I mean, hanging round the streets.
Yeah, he might as well go out and see his mates. He doesn't see much of them, does he?
Honest?
Yeah, go on, up it. Hey, and think on. No fighting.
Who, me?
Well, someone got your face looking like that, didn't they? Go on, up it. Hey, and don't be late back.
Honest, I despair of you.
What have I done now?
Come off it. You've only let him go so you can watch darts.
Give over, woman. Fellas don't get up to tricks like that. We leave that to people like you. It never entered me head. I know why you weren't keen on letting him go out, you know. It's appearances again, isn't it? I mean, just because that mate of his looks like something the cat dragged in doesn't mean they're heading for trouble, you know.
Narrows the odds, though, doesn't it? Electricity?
Look, that's 4 bills out of 6 letters. Got you cut the ratio down a bit.
I'm doing my best. Look, here's a postcard from Susan to her Uncle Albert. At least she's not asking for money.
Oh, yeah, where is she?
London.
London? What's she doing in London?
Enjoying herself by the sound of it. Everything going great.
What's she swanned off to London for? She's been a job for a couple of months.
Oh, have you had your tea?
Hey, never mind about tea. What's all this about Susan going to London?
Well, she's got a job. Didn't you know?
Well, in view of the fact that nobody told me, no, I didn't know. What job's this, then?
It's one that Mike Baldwin got her.
Mike Baldwin?
Yeah. He heard she was looking for something to do, and he fixed her up through a pal of his in London as a waitress in some wine bar.
A waitress in a wine bar?
Oh, hang on, Ken. Susan's 18. She's a sensible girl, and Mike's hardly in the white slave trade now, is he?
Oh, isn't he? He's near enough for me. And I haven't finished with you yet.
I've done note.
Don't forget your overalls. And if you've any other washing, bring it down.
Oh, love.
Mummy's going to do some washing, isn't she? Because it's ladies' night on the telly. And Nicky's going to be a good boy and go straight off to sleep. Aren't you? Come on, Mummy.
Oh, right, I'm off.
You got your key?
You ask me that every night, and every night I say yes.
The night I don't ask you, you forget it, and don't expect me to let you in.
You're a slave driver.
Go on. Go and earn some money.
Mwah.
Well then, let's get you to bed, eh? Come on.
Right. He soon made awake to that.
Can I go now?
Well, have you had enough to eat?
Yeah, honest, tons.
Well, you had more than that yesterday. Wouldn't you like another slice of toast?
He's had enough, love.
Can I go fishing then? Only it's nearly 8 o'clock, and I don't miss the best places.
Aye, go on then. Hey, don't fall in.
What about your rabbit?
Doesn't like fishing.
He's catching this off you. I mean, will it need feeding while you're away?
Nah, I've done it.
Right, here we are then.
What's this?
Just a few butties for your 11s.
Oh, great.
Have you got money for your bus fare?
I've got some. but I
Wait
don't-
a minute, where's my
Sorry.
purse?
Yeah, son.
Flipping heck.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Great. Thanks, Uncle Ed. See you tonight.
Aye. Be careful now. Watch yourself.
See you dinner time. What did you do that for?
Do what for?
Give him £1. He's half fare. 50p would have done.
Oh, well, he's got some pocket money now, hasn't
He doesn't need pocket money. I gave him butties for 11s.
he? Give over, woman.
Well, you're spoiling him.
Look, there's only one person spoiling him, and that's not me.
Well, all right. Well, maybe I was, but I'm learning my lesson. And who was it said think about when he goes back to his mother?
50p? Where will 50p go nowadays?
I mean, she won't thank you for your generosity, will she? When she's rooting down back at Settee to try and make up his dinner money. And before you start, it was you that said it.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't think.
Well, start to think.
Well, what the hell do you expect me to do? Chase off after him and get some change off him?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then let it drop, woman. Make it 50p. I know we spoil him. You cramming butties into him. Mavis giving him all that chocolate. We're bound to spoil him a bit at first, aren't we? Look, I'm sorry I gave him too much bus fare. But he's hardly likely to go hopping a sky train to Las Vegas, is he?
There you are. Now we take all up like a good little boy, all right? Quick, there's your mum. All change. Shh. Here. There's your mummy.
Oh, you found your aftershave then?
Yeah, it's in the dressing table drawer. To stop me from getting the rash.
A rash?
Yeah, I was afraid of getting a rash with all the grease at work. My aftershave will protect me.
Will it protect you from Mrs. Fox?
Seal up my pores, you see.
Brian?
Oh, look at that. Here. Got a tissue, love.
Here.
It's filthy, that.
Don't you recognise it?
No?
It's a frilly hanky with a G on it. Found it in your overalls.
What's it doing in my overalls?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, it could have gone from anywhere, couldn't it? Don't recognise it, love. Search me, I must have just picked it up from somewhere and to wipe my hands and stuck it in my pocket. Anyway, I'll take it with me just in case someone comes for it.
Don't you think I ought to wash it first?
Why?
If someone mucked your hanky, you'd want it washing, wouldn't you?
Would I?
Of course you would.
Yeah, okay, love. You wash it. Oh, hey, if nobody claims it, love, you can have it. G for Gail.
What's Mrs...
Hey?
Go on. It doesn't matter. You'll be late for work. Daddy didn't want to kiss us goodbye today, did he?
Oh, but Tracy, you like Chucky Egg and Soldiers.
I want loafers.
Darling, I don't even know what loafers are. Who gave you loafers?
Auntie Emily.
I know what she means. They're those stringy biscuit things that you have in a bowl with milk, aren't they?
I like them.
Yeah, well, now I know what loafers are. I also know I haven't got any, so will you eat your egg up like a good girl?
No, I want loafers.
Now, listen, Tracy. We've all been on holiday, haven't we? We've been on our honeymoon, and you've been at your Auntie Emily's. Now, we've had all sorts of strange things to eat, and you've had loafers. But now, well, we're back at home where we belong, aren't we? So it's nice to eat the things that we usually eat, isn't it? Like your nice little egg there. Isn't it? Morning.
Hello, Uncle Albert.
Now then, young lady, are you coming down to help me with my allotment this morning? Yes. That's right. I knew you wouldn't let an old chap go for a bit of company. Now hurry up, finish your breakfast, then get your bucket and spade and come and knock on my door.
Bribery. It works every time.
Yeah, she just goes from one treat to the next.
No, and why not, eh? Hey, do you think she'll be all right with him?
Oh, I should think so, yeah.
All the same, I'll give him a couple of hours, then I'll follow him round.
Yeah, good idea. Right, well, I must plunge myself into the pandemonium of the first day back. Right.
Bye-bye, love. Hey, hang on a sec. You weren't thinking of doing anything daft today, were you?
Work? Is that daft enough for you?
No, I meant like having a go at Mike Baldwin for getting Susan that job.
Well, yes, I intend to do that.
Love.
What do you mean, oh, love? He's been totally irresponsible.
Well, I'm sure he was only trying to help.
Well, if he was genuinely trying to help, he'd have told me about it, wouldn't he?
They didn't think it was worth mentioning.
Not worth mentioning? Packing an 18-year-old girl off on her own to do God knows what in a wine bar in London, not worth mentioning to her father?
Yeah, the thing is, Ken, if you start going on at Mike like that, he's going to get the wrong idea. He's going to think you still see him as a rival for me or something.
Well, why on earth should he think that?
Well, he shouldn't, but he will. He's got a one-track mind, you know.
Yeah, well, that's precisely what I'm worried about, Mike Baldwin's one-track mind. Look, I'm sorry, love, but I won't be satisfied until he's apologised and Susan's back where she belongs.
I hope you didn't mind me ringing you at work, Elsie. I had to talk to someone. I was panicking. I didn't want to talk to Ivy. You know how she gets.
Aye, it was her that answered the phone in the first place.
I know. I disguised my voice.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know me now. She thinks I've gone to pick something up I ordered, you know, took me shopping hours to get it. She thinks I'm at Miami Modes trying on dressing gowns. Oh, and she asked me to fetch her a big tin of pineapple chunks because you and Brian were going round for your teas.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. I wonder if Brian will remember.
Of course he will.
See why he should. can hardly remember to come home these days.
Hey, you. You and me have been pals for a long time, haven't we? Well, haven't we?
There's this woman, Elsie. This Mrs. Fox. She keeps going round to the garage over any excuse. Brian thinks she's chasing him.
Brian told you this, did he?
Yes, he did. And he told me he's sick of her. He wishes she'd leave him alone. But you should see the way he is. It's like he's in a daydream.
And you think he's mooning over her?
I do.
And how about you? Are you sulking?
Of course I am. I'm entitled.
Oh, I see. So you're condemning him, are you, before you know all the facts?
He didn't kiss me goodbye this morning.
Aww.
It's the first time, Elsie. He didn't come home for his dinner yesterday, and he was late for his tea. This morning he was wearing aftershave with some daft excuse. Last night I found a hanky in his overalls. A frilly hanky with a G on it.
Oh, and it's not yours, is
No,
it?
of course it's not. He said he must have picked it up somewhere.
So that's the case for the prosecution? Well, it's not much, is it?
Isn't it?
No, of course it's not. Oh, love, I know you've got a lot to lose. And I know you're worried. And I know why you're worried. Brian's a very attractive fella. And there's plenty of silly bitches about ready to take him up just for their own ends. But he told you about that woman. And he told you how he feels about her. And do you know what that means? That means that he thinks he's got a lot to lose too. Oh, I know he's behaving in a funny way, but that could be for any number of reasons. Maybe because you're behaving funny and all. If you take my advice, love, you'll trust him.
Not easy, Elsie.
I can see that. But you know, when the trust goes, love, that's when the hate and the bitterness and the fighting starts. And you don't want that, do you?
Now Tracy's back with her mummy. Oh, they're back, are they? Yes, last night. And I must confess I felt somewhat flat this morning.
You do, don't you?
Sort of hurled back into mundane reality.
Oh, I know. Well, that is, I know what mundane reality is. I'm not sure I know what it's like to be hurled back into it, though.
Anyway, it really does brighten things up having a youngster around.
Not when you've an old Stalite Len around, it don't.
I was just going to say, it doesn't seem to brighten you up any.
Well, don't flip him bother.
Fib off you.
And stop discussing my family affairs with all and sundry.
Well, Emily's not all and sundry, are you, Emily?
Well, I like to think not.
Oh, Rita, why don't you go and sit down? You're all on edge.
I might be less on edge if you stop treating me as if I were 8 months pregnant. And when did you last change that window? We still got Christmas stock in there.
Oh, it's like sitting on a keg of dynamite with a sparkler in your hand.
She needs your support, Mavis.
Well, I'm trying to give it, but everything I say is wrong.
Well, it's always difficult at first, Mavis. Terribly difficult. She's expecting too much. I know, because I've fostered myself.
Hello, love. Hey, you're back early. Salmon for tea, is it?
No, I never saw one fish in that lake. It's like gravy.
Well, didn't you catch anything?
Only him.
Oh, what is it?
It's a newt.
Oh, he's quite a big one, isn't he?
I've had a lot bigger than him.
Really? Oh, what will you do with him when he grows?
Train him to do his own work, I bet.
I wish I could.
I'm sure you do. Well, I must go.
Right.
Bye.
See you, Emily. Bye-bye, love.
Bye-bye.
Well, what are you going to call it?
I thought of Wilf after our headmaster.
Oh, well, Mavis, say hello to Wilf.
Oh, hello, Wilf.
Yeah, I used to have a bird like Foxy Lady.
Knock it off, Ginge.
She had green hair. Yeah, we looked smashing when we got our heads together. What do you two look like?
There's nothing going on, you know.
Who said there was? I mean, you're a married man, aren't you? She's a married woman. How could there be out going on? It's not what your mum thinks, though.
Me mum? She's not been here, has she?
No, I went round that Rover's return yesterday dinner. She was in.
What do you go down there for?
For a bevy. What do you think?
Are you sure you're not trying to drop me in it? Seems a bit off, doesn't it? I mean, you're going round there, and you know it's my mum and dad's local.
Look, I can go where I like, mate. Talk to anybody. It's not me who's playing away.
I'm not playing away.
Scared his friends will drop him in it. Thinks everybody's on to him all the time.
Everybody is on to me, and I've done now.
That's hard luck, that. having indigestion without having the curry.
Come on, it's a bit of fun.
Oh, you best start laughing.
Ryan!
Oh, no.
You're a right jammy beggar. Whizzing along the side of a woman like her. Must be like being in a sun oil advert.
Hi, gorgeous. Isn't it a lovely day?
It's all right. What's the trouble?
Nothing. Pulling like a dream.
Very nice.
I'm on an errand for the old man. He wants Ron to get him this set of mirrors for his Daimler.
I'll see to it.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You fancy a spot of lunch later on?
Oh, we're dead busy.
You playing it cool?
No, I'm just...
See you later, then.
Hey, you want a promise?
Shut up, will you? My husband wants to order them.
Anti-dazzle rear view mirrors. Where's he want them fitted? On his right.
Yes, Miss Sarah. Gin and tonic, please, fast. Oh, dear. Look, it's only an hour, Mr. Baldwin, just to do a shopping. Let's face it, you did agree to it.
Yeah, but I mean special occasions, Christmas and that. I had no idea this was going to happen. It's like a morgue over there. No, correction. You get more activity in a morgue.
Well, you can't blame Vera, can you? Come on, she's just heard there. Jack's been made redundant. I mean, I know what that's like. Her chin's on the floor.
All our chins are on the floor. We are in grave danger of grinding to a shuddering halt. Now, listen, come in. Get over there, have a word with Elsie. Get her to drop her shopping out. Then all the others will follow suit. Come on.
What now?
Yeah, if not sooner, go on.
Well, it's my lunch
Go
hour,
on, will you?
Mr. Baldwin.
Business booming, Mr. Baldwin?
Bombing more like it, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, dear. The economic climate is certainly cloudy.
Cloudy? It's flaming well pouring down.
Well, it's just that he thought they'd follow you. You know, I mean, I know you've had your shopping hour this morning, but, you know, if you pretended you couldn't care less, you know, you'd rather have money, come it a bit, you know what I mean?
Oh, you've changed your tune a bit, haven't you?
Well, I don't want him going spare, Elsie, do I? You know, when things are bad, I mean, you never know what he'll do next.
Have a liquid lunch by the look of it.
I'm not surprised if he had a liquid breakfast and all. He's been blooming awful. He's been throwing me graphs all morning. Listen, never mind him. Elsie, you haven't seen our Gail, have you?
Oh, that reminds me. Pineapple choice.
What? No red carpet, no brass band?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, did you have a nice time?
Yeah. Brighten us all with some rays of Mediterranean sunshine. Oh, we had a splendid time in...
Corfu, and yes, we did.
And it was reasonable.
Marvellous. Did it rain?
What, in Corfu in August?
Well, you look very pale, like. You look like you've had a wet fortnight in Scarborough or something.
Well, I don't suppose you got out a lot. Did you,
No.
love?
Well, it was the heat, you see. It was very oppressive. It just made you feel like lying down all the time.
Aye, enough of that.
Oh, why wasn't I invited then?
You weren't needed.
Hang on, he's only joking.
Who was? Right, come on then. What you having?
No, not for me, thank you.
Oh, come on. It was only a joke I was going along with. If I went too far, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, your jokes have a habit of going too far.
What's all this?
But leave it, Ken.
My daughter's in London as a result of one of your jokes.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is you sweet-talking my daughter into a potentially dangerous situation without my permission.
Is he insinuating I'm in the white slave traders? I mean, you want to get your facts right, mate. For a start, it was your daughter that approached me. The whole idea of her working in London was hers, right? And two, I had no idea she hadn't okayed it with you. In fact, it never occurred to me that she had to. I thought she made her own decisions on account of you dumping her when she was a toddler. So what's all this paternal concern all of a sudden?
I'm her father, and I'm worried.
Oh, no, you're not. Not about her, you're not. You're worried about yourself. Your daughter is an adult. She can do whatever she wants. And you can do whatever you want with your guilt complex. But don't try and dump it on me, mate. Yes, please, Mrs. Walker.
There goes spare if we played that.
You what? She sells them at the cabin, that's where I got it.
Not so much her, it's him.
What's he like, Len?
Mr. Fairclough.
Mister? Who's Mister? Len.
No, he's alright. He shouts a bit.
They all do. It's the only thing that keeps them going.
She'll shout no, she catches you like that. She plays hamlet, she catches me with feet and chairs.
I told you they like it. If it weren't for me, me dad would die if it wanted something to yell at.
They're alright.
Let you keep your newt, did he?
They don't mind.
Bet Johnny Rotten never kept newts in jam jars. He's had him. If he had a pet, it'd be a poisonous snake.
Will's poisonous.
He's what?
He's a rare species. An arsenic new. Hang on the hand if you don't believe me.
Get lost.
Hey, Aunt Rita, isn't Will poisonous?
He better not be. How do you do?
How do you do? I've just come to chat John up.
Have you now? Don't you think it's time you chatted your mother up about some dinner?
She's out working. She goes charing 4 days a week. She gets her dinner out.
I see. And what do you do?
I get some when she gets back. If she's not flaked out like, she's only little, she gets tired easy.
Come on, get that down you.
Honest?
Get it down you before it goes cold. John, come on.
What about you?
I'm slimming. I'll get myself some cheese on toast.
You heard what she said. She's slimming. I'm doing her a favour.
Enjoy yourself. Who's that big fella that fell over? Wally Vincent. He's no garage mechanic. See the size of his wallet? Double glazing, love. By the looks of him, he's had his eyes done as well. So, on to a club, is it? And I've got to get back to work. Look, you know it is.
Sure. I'm not trying to steal you away from your little wife, you know, Brian. I just like being with you.
Yeah, well, it's the same here.
We have a giggle, though, don't we?
I'll say.
So, on to a garage then, is it?
Aren't you going to say out?
Well, if I do, it'll be wrong, so why should I?
I might appreciate a bit of conversation.
What sort of conversation?
Somewhat stimulating.
Well, did you have a nice dinner time?
No, I did not have a nice dinner time. I had horrible dinner time. That lad came.
What do you mean, Matt, that punk rocker one?
Yeah. Then Len came in, t'other punk rocker, and he went for me for letting first one in. Then Matt started to play his records, and Len went for him and drove them both out of the house, which left me and Len looking at each other like a couple of pot dogs. No, I did not have a nice dinner hour. What am I trying to prove?
Well, that you can give a good home where it's needed.
Can I?
Yes, and it's a wonderful thing to do, Rita. Oh, you needn't worry. It'll all turn out all right. It always does for you. I mean, you know what you want. You just struggle away until you get it.
Well, what about Len? I don't want to spoil that in process.
Oh, then you won't. I mean, you'll struggle away at that until you don't. Oh, you've always been the same. You just struggle and struggle away, and you get what you want in the end.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, kid.
Right now, I mean, you wanted me to say something comforting, didn't you? So you struggled away at me until I did. Well, I meant it.
Hello, love, you soon back. Oh, Alf says I can start back at the corner shop on Friday.
Oh, good.
Why are you back so soon?
Well, I couldn't concentrate. I just sat there like a zombie.
Oh, you're not still trying to reorganise the universe to suit you, are you? Oh, look, Ken, loofers. And I've told her she can stop at Auntie Emily's for half an hour. You just gotta know when to give in with kids.
Yeah, well, it'd be easier to give in if it was loofers instead of London. I've just found Susan at the Man Trap wine bar. They told me to hang on while I went to get her. Well, you've never heard anything like it. You'd have thought there was a bacchanalian rite in full swing. Music thundering, feet stamping, people going off like hyenas.
Sounds like the corner shop. What did you tell her?
Well, I told her to pack it in and come home. She said I was crazy. She was having the time of her life, and the people were lovely.
Did she apologise for not having told you?
Yes, she did.
Right then, Mr. Barlow. You've heard what I think, you've heard what Mike thinks, and you've heard what Susan thinks. Now, don't you think it's about time you started looking on the bright side?
What bright side?
Well, she's going to university in a few weeks, isn't she? Having done something like this will help her to get on with people. It'll improve her confidence. And it will also give you a chance to show your trust in her. And for her to show her independence. And it's an important thing, that, you know, love. Be ashamed to spoil it by trying to bully her into doing something she doesn't want to do. I mean, she'd never want to tell you anything again. Oh. I know how you feel, though, love. It's rotten being ignored, isn't it?
Oh, what can we do for you, Uncle Albert?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Is your telly not working in there, then?
No. Now, it may not have occurred to you, but I've been on my own for a fortnight in this house while you two been abroad. And since you got back, you've hardly spoken to me. Now, that's not right, is it? I feel ignored. Now, can I sit here for a bit, or must I go?
No. Stay here, Uncle Albert.
Sorry, Uncle Albert. We just didn't think, did we, Ken?
I'll look in my diary when I get home. And I'll give you a ring tomorrow. Tell you when it's convenient to come and get it.
Right then.
Right then. Take it easy, Brian. Life's lovely.
I don't mind being older myself. In the way of being mature, you know, like old Brandy, yeah. Sophie Tucker wants to have a song about it.
Why? I mean, who wants to be 20 with a face like a blank sheet of paper anyhow? I know, we do.
Oh, no, I don't. I mean, just think of all that hassle. You know, slimming, dieting and all that.
Oh, well, I don't.
Oh, well, I don't anymore, kid. Do you know, I've been in every fad diet in the book. And what good has it done me? So now if I fancy fish and chips, I get fish and chips. I mean, I'd rather be fat and happy than thin and miserable.
It's right, you know. I mean, look at our little girl. She's moaning other day about she's put a couple of pounds on since she had that baby. She's like a flipping sparrow now. Young'uns, honestly, all they worry about these days how they look, isn't it? Lads and all, do you know, skinny is beautiful.
Oh, not to me, it's not. Well, that's one thing me and our Jack won't have to bother about as weight. We'll be living on fresh air soon.
Why, what's happened? He's not got in trouble again, has he?
Take no notice, she's just being dramatic as usual. I bet your Jack's not all that upset about it.
About what? What's happened? He's only gone and lost his job, hasn't he? Just before his 24th wedding anniversary. She says I'm being dramatic. What do you want me to do? Fall about laughing or something?
You are being a bit hard on her, you know, Ivy.
Hold on a minute. He's been out of work 2 days. My Bert's been out of work nearly a year. When he's been out of work that long, well, then she can start a tragedy queen act.
You know, you'd think she'd have some sympathy for you being in the same predicament.
Elsie, do you see me going round touting for flaming sympathy all the time?
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm taking limelight off you.
And I'm sorry if I'm taking the limelight off all you lot, but do you mind doing your cabaret act in your own time? Right now, I want to hear those machines humming, OK?
I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin. It's my fault. It's just that... Do you know, it's my 24th wedding anniversary tomorrow. I'm dead miserable.
24 years of holy acrimony. Well, I sympathise with you. But do you mind having the waking working time, eh?
No, what it is, it's our Jack. He's just gone and lost his job.
Oh, that's tough. I'm sorry. I sympathise. But then that's all the more reason you should try and hold on to yours, isn't it?
You didn't expect any sympathy from him, did you, love?
Or anybody. You know, flaming mates.
Has that tooth come through yet?
What tooth?
Next. The one he said's been giving him bother all week.
It came through on Friday.
Oh.
I told you.
Did you? I must have forgotten.
Yes, you must have. You've got a lot on your mind these days, haven't you?
Not specially. What I would like to know, though, is what's on your mind.
Oh, nothing much. Just whether I should have a facial or a manicure, have my fur coat remodelled. You know, the usual.
But being sarcastic doesn't suit you.
I prefer to think I'm being mysterious. You like mysteries, don't
Oh,
you?
now what?
You'll be late for work.
So what? I'm late for work.
Oh, well, if it doesn't bother you.
What's going on around here bothers me a damn sight more.
You're not the only
For
one.
Pete's sake, will you just tell me?
You'd better go.
Yeah. I'll come back for me dinner, shall I?
Suit yourself, like you usually do these days.
How getting on with that little lad?
Champion love.
Oh, no trouble, is it?
No, Hilda, no, he's no trouble.
Why should he be? He seemed a nice little lad from what I could see.
Well, happen they've been lucky with that one, but next time they might not be so fortunate.
Oh, give over, Hilda. The children in need for a home for a little bit. Not flaming prize poodles, you know.
Oh, sorry, my love.
The room for a little one.
Yeah.
Just a pineapple juice, please.
All the same, it can be very disruptive taking a complete stranger into your home.
Oh, is this Rita you're talking about? Well, all I know is that it's been the making of her. She's a different woman.
I have the greatest admiration for her, being no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I was wondering if they'd consider single people. Well, I mean, you see, I am on the premises, and, well, they could be with me in the shop when they come home from school.
Oh, maybe Chuck, no, love.
No.
No!
Oh, well, I suppose not.
Well, of course not, you daft ape. You don't think you'd just get a nice pretty little girl with blonde curls, do you? Oh, no. No, you'd wind up with some big lad twice the size of what you are, with stamens in his ears like the one I seen on the bus the other day.
With what, for heaven's sake?
Well, you know, them little metal things they pin papers together with, fastened in his ears.
Staples, you mean?
Oh,
that'd be horrible.
Yeah, and then there's glue sniffing. Oh, they get up to all sorts of tricks these days.
Belt up, Hilda, for God's sake. Talk about charity begins at home. I should hate to live in your house. Can't you find any of your own business to talk about? Something sordid and horrible, like Stan's belly, for instance. I don't think she actually feeds those two, you know. I think she blows them up with a bicycle pump.
Well, there's no call to be offensive. I was only taking an interest.
Oh, heck, is that all the time it is? I thought it'd have been dinner time at least. You know, isn't it funny? Have you noticed how some mornings go on all day?
What's up with you?
Oh, backache through sitting in one position too long.
That's what you call an occupational hazard.
You'll have to get a hot bath when you get home, kid.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd prefer a massage, you know. One of them big butch fellas that does football teams. Hey there, how about it?
You are?
Why don't we club together and get ourselves, what do you call it, thingy, physiotherapist. I mean, we don't need to have a first division team one. We can have a fifth division. It'll be cheaper.
They don't have fifth divisions. Oh, you are ignorant.
No, that's why I said a fifth division would be cheaper.
What's she on about?
Oh, just a bit of nonsense, love. You know, a fantasy, a daydream, something to while away the weary hours of toil.
She means rubbish, like what you usually talk non-stop.
Well, she's never said a word all morning, has she?
Well, you're not surprised, are you? Vera, I'm in the same flipping leaky boat, you know. You don't see me sitting there with my face down to my bootlaces. Ah, but it's not your wedding anniversary tomorrow, is it? I don't see what that's got to do with price of eggs. I mean, it's only your 24th, isn't it? What do you mean, only the 24th? Well, it's nothing. It's not as if you're silver or you're diamond, is it? Well, it is to me. 24 years is 24 years. I was planning on having a right knees up, having family round and inviting all my friends. I might have invited you and all if I'd been in a good mood. But now, I have to forget all flaming idea.
Look, Vera, we don't need to have a big party. Why don't we all go and have a drink together? You know, have a bit of a laugh. You know, there's still something to laugh at, no matter how lousy your life is. And if I can't say that, nobody can.
Yeah.
Ivy, whose works this?
It's Vera's, mostly.
Right, in the office, Vera.
Why, what's that?
I said in the office, Vera.
You know, she really is upset about this, poor beggar. I think you're a bit hard on her, you know. I mean, no matter what you think, it has troubled her, you know. And, well, she's not as tough as you.
Tough? I'm not tough.
All right, then. She's not as able to cope as you are. I shouldn't be telling you this. You're her best friend. You should know about it. She's just a big kid at heart.
Yeah, simple, you mean? Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin. I don't know how it's happened.
It happened because you haven't been doing your work properly. That's how it happened.
Well, everybody makes mistakes, don't they, now and again? Anyway, supervisor should have noticed them when she was checking them.
I checked on that too. Yeah, it went out Thursday. Ivy had a day off. Muriel stood in for her, so I'll be having a few words to say to Muriel as well. Anyway, what you going to do about it?
Well, I'll have to do them again, won't I?
Today?
Oh, I can't do them today. I've got all them dungarees to finish.
Right, tonight then.
Tonight?
That's right. I said he'd have them back first thing in the morning, properly finished. It's got a sail on.
Overtime, you mean?
Unpaid. You have admitted it's your fault.
Right, give us some air, then.
What is that it? Hang on, is that it?
Eh?
Well, I've got my bulletproof vest on especially. I mean, haven't you got a few four-letter words you're going to throw at me? Or perhaps even a rotten egg?
No point. I still have flaming things to do.
What have you been up to this morning?
Washing, cleaning, the usual thrilling things. I don't lead such a fascinating life as your friend Geraldine.
Who?
Geraldine, Mrs. Fox, the lady with the car. That's her name, isn't it?
Geraldine? Where'd you get that from? It's Glenda.
Glenda. It does begin with a G, then.
What you on about?
This is what I'm on about. The hanky I found in your overall pocket.
Look, I've told you, I must have just picked it up from one of the cars. It could be anybody.
But it's not anybody's, it's hers. Stop lying to me, Brian. I know there's something going on between you. I've seen you.
Where?
The garage, last night.
So that's what all this has been about.
Touching you, stroking your arm, gazing into your eyes. What kind of fool do you think I am?
Look, she's like that. She's the same with everybody. She's that kind of a person, girl. What's the word? Dead extrovert.
God's sake, Brian, stop lying to me. I've told you. I've seen you.
I don't like being spied on.
I don't like being lied to. Where do you think you're going?
Out.
Brian, we've got to talk.
I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of people having a go. I'm just sick of everything.
Do you know, I don't get it, love. I mean, you think you know people, but you never do. I mean, she's the last one I'd have expected to take it bad. I mean, you know Vera. Is she ever serious about out?
That's right, love. I mean, that time she and Jack split up, I mean, she made a joke at that, didn't she?
Yeah, mind you, we were only ones who weren't laughing. First I thought it were an act, you know. She's just looking for a bit of attention, a bit of sympathy. Got to admit it, though, but she does seem to have taken it hard.
Yeah, whereas him, you see, you'd think he'd been handed a Christmas present instead of his cards, wouldn't you?
Ah, well, he always were a bit bone-hardly. Don't surprise me, at least.
I don't get it, though, love. I mean, here's me fed up to back teeth. There's Jack chucked a little mint balls. You can't win, you know, can you?
Oh, I'll go, Doc.
All right.
Oh, hello, love. What a lovely surprise, eh? Come on. Listen, I've just finished dinner, love. I can just do you a bit of something if you want.
No, thanks.
Hey, you'll have a bit of something, won't you, my chutty? Who's your nana's little love, eh? Do you want a bit of rice pudding, then?
Hey, is anything wrong, Flower?
Oh, no, I just wanted to see Brian about something, and I thought he might be here.
No, love, he's not here. What are you at pub, Bert?
No, love. No, I've not been in. Well, he's probably at the garage, eh? He'll be having his sandwiches there, I shouldn't wonder.
No, he didn't take any sandwiches. Anyway, he's not there, I rang. Look, it's not that important, it'll do tonight.
Are you sure, love? I mean, if you've trailed all this way down on boats...
No,
I
was going to call down on Elsie anyway and have a chat.
Oh, all right, then. Oh, you are going, are you quick? Oh, good dog.
Love, listen. Ivy's off to work in 5 minutes, so I'm going to be here all afternoon on my own, so if you feel like coming back for a little chat, you know.
Thanks, I might. Come on.
Have you got to go?
Say ta-ta.
Ta-ta, my darling.
Oh.
Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ta, love.
Bye, Spud.
By the heck, mate, I know you went home for your dinner, but that's not supposed to include Nookie as well.
What?
What do you do? Trot your missus upstairs after you've had your egg and chips? You've been gone 2 flaming hours.
Look, knock it off, Ginge.
Well, you're dead lucky the boss hasn't been around, that's all. Look, I've been waiting to go down to dealers for them spare parts for Cortina.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. And something came up.
All right, well, I'll be off now then. Oh, do you want out on my way back?
Like what?
Well, I don't know, a bottle of shandy, cream bun, Bo Derrick. Forget it. How do, Mr. D?
Hello, son. Brian.
It's brought you here.
You out. Your boss not here?
No.
Right, I'll come straight to the point then. What's all this about you and this other woman?
Oh, what? What's she been telling you?
By she, I presume you mean your wife, do you? Well, she said now, Brian, she doesn't have to.
Have you seen her?
Of course I've seen her. She came round at dinner time. looking for you, very upset.
Where was Nicky?
Where the hell do you think he was? He was with her, wasn't he? Of course, typical girl, she made out like it was something and nought. You see, she's not a good liar. Apparently you're a better one.
I don't want to talk about it, Dad, all right? Now you set your mind on it.
Dead right, sunshine.
There's nothing.
Nothing? Nothing, Brian. No other woman, no Mrs. Fox, no TR7, they don't exist.
Yes, of course they exist. She's a customer, Dad.
Do me a favour.
Okay. Maybe she fancies me a bit. But she's a type that likes to flirt. Look, Dad, you know the sort.
No, I don't. I've never gone out of my way to meet that sort, Brian.
I don't go out my way. She comes around here to get a car serviced.
Oh, I see. She just strolls in, rolls the big eyes, and you being you, you've just got to fall for it.
What do you expect me to do, Dad? Be rude to the woman? Anyway, apart from all that, her husband's a pal of runs.
Don't talk rubbish, Brian. And listen, I know you. You must be feeling guilty, otherwise you wouldn't be so damned aggressive.
I've got nothing to feel guilty about.
Yet, you mean? But there's something on your conscience. Remember, I know I'm your dad. I know you too well.
I've got you coming around here after me. I've got Gail gun at the wall at home.
What do you expect? Look, son, come on. How much does Gail know?
There's nothing to know. Look, she saw me outside talking to her.
Look, she's heard the rumours, son. I mean, she's said naught. But it's there in her eyes. She's upset. It's hurt her very badly. Kid, come on, think. Look, you've got a good wife who loves you. You've got a fine son, a little house, good job prospects. OK, you might think that doesn't need spelling out, but your mum and me happen to think it does. We're worried, son. We're concerned about you both. OK, you've got problems with bills, rates. Who hasn't these days? But you're very lucky, son. You know, some people would give their right arm to have half of what you've got. Don't throw it all away on some rich bitch who's got more time on her hands than sense. She's playing with you, that's all. It's a bit of fun to her. A game. A game. And when it's all over, what you going to be left with? I'll tell you. You're going to be left with a wife that you've hurt very, very badly. You're going to be left with damage to a marriage you might never be able to mend. Just look at me, Brian, and listen. Next time that stupid woman comes swanning in here in that flash car, you just stop and think. Think of the price you're going to have to pay for that bit of fun. Think of the tag, because there is a price tag, son. I know that. Do you?
Do you know, I've had a horrible day. I have to go back and do a couple of hours overtime. And Ivy's been in a funny mood. 1 minute she's as black as thunder, next minute she's as nice as pie. I know she's my mate, but sometimes I can't fathom her.
You know, that Bert can be a bit of an odyssey sometimes, I know.
Oh, I know. Listen, to hear them talk, you think he were only fella in country, unemployed.
Oh, it's shocking, isn't it? I heard your sad news. Just like to offer me condolences.
He's lost his job, Hilda, not his wife.
I know, but it must be a very depressing situation to be in.
What do you mean, must be? You've been in it often enough. Listen, when it comes to being unemployed, you're stand-stop at league.
Only 'cause he suffers with his back. He doesn't enjoy being idle.
Well, neither does our Jack. He can't wait to get a job, can he, Flower?
Of course not. Of course not.
You see, that's way to do it, you know. Keep the confidence up.
Absolutely, my dear. You see, the male ego is a very fragile thing, and it is essential in circumstances like this to make a man know that he still has your utmost respect.
Do you know, I couldn't agree with you more, Mrs. Walker. Well, I'm stood here waiting.
What for?
Oh, you don't want me to get drinks in an all day. I mean, I'm still a woman, even though I am flaming breadwinner.
Vicky, you dancing custody? You like your custard, don't you? Come on. Eat up. That's a good boy. You like that, just like your daddy.
Hello, love.
Hello, darling.
Well, the lad's come in starving, so I said Matt could stop for his tea.
Oh, aye. Ah, well, why not, eh? Did you win something at the fair today, then?
I got a goldfish and a pack of cards. You got 2 coconuts.
It's a con, they only give rubbish prizes.
I had to set them dishes. What do you call them?
Oh, them casseroles?
Yeah, I don't want to win for me, ma'am, but you never do.
I told you, no chance. It's a lousy fiddle.
Well, that's how they make their money, isn't it? A few flash things for the punters, isn't it? What in the name of hell's that?
It's an earring, Len.
I can see it is. When did he get that put in?
This afternoon, he had a booth at the fair.
Look, Say's done it. I've got one.
I don't doubt you have. I suppose it was your idea, was it?
No, it weren't never. I wanted it. A lot of lads having it didn't hurt.
Well, that's not the point, John. I mean, for one thing, what's your mum going to say?
Why should she say out? Mine never minded. It's not to do with her anyway, it's my ear.
I was talking to John.
What you see, Father? It's nothing so terrible. I don't see what you're going on about. Come and help us feed George.
He's a bad influence, that lad, you know. If he told John to throw a brick through the window, he would.
There is a difference, Len.
You don't want me to say you like it.
No, of course I don't. I think it's daft. It's fairly harmless.
I never got up to tricks like that when I was a kid.
Come on, we all did. It's something that parents have to put up with.
Even foster parents, eh?
They never said it'd be easy.
Yeah, well, I suppose it could have been worse.
You mean he could have had both of yous done?
No. He could have been landed with his mate.
Right, that's it. Enough graft for one day. Fancy a quick jar?
No, thanks, Ginge. I'll have to be getting home.
Oh, no, you're not got aggro there, have you? Only been looking like a wet weekend in Wigan all afternoon.
No, just something me and girls got to sort out.
Over the glamorous Glenda.
Why does everybody keep going on about her? I never want to see that flaming woman again.
Yeah.
Which one of you two bright sparks will be Brian, then?
Right, I'll be off then. See you, mate.
Yeah, see, Ginge. I'm just locked up, mate.
Don't fret, lad. I shan't keep you long. Hi. You're a good-looking spoiler, I'll grant you that.
What?
That's how she likes them, mate. Good-looking and young.
Who's this?
The wife. Oh, didn't I introduce myself? Fox. Harry Fox.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Fox.
Ah, yeah. I'll be surprised if that's true. Still, you don't look the sort to cause trouble. Not like me, eh? I'm what they call a bit of a hard case. Which isn't strictly true, because I'm very understanding. Like when I turn a blind eye to our Glenda's little games. Oh, she has her little games. She enjoys a bit of fun. She likes getting young lads like you going. Makes her feel, you know, attractive. Funny creatures, aren't they, women? But it doesn't bother me, because I know none of them mean anything to her. I doubt she even remembers their names most of the time. But she does enjoy her little games, bless her. Any road, what did I come in about? Oh, aye. She'll not be wanting the car servicing now. I believe you were booked to do it for her.
Yes, he did mention something about that.
You don't need to worry now. She's gone off with a pal for a couple of weeks to Greece. Friends of ours got a villa out there, so the car can keep her. Not that there should be much wrong with it anyhow, judging by the amount of time and attention you've given it recently.
I'm only doing my job, Mr. Fox.
Of course you are, lad. And I know what a good little worker you are. Your boss keeps telling me. Well, it's been very pleasant having a chat with you, Brian. I'll get off it, you get off home. Oh, one other thing. When she gets back, if anything should need doing on the motor, get your oppo to see to it, eh? No reflection on your work, lad. But I believe it'd be the best idea. Don't you? See you.
Morning.
Morning, love. Where's me laddo?
Seen to his rabbit.
I don't know. We're fostering a little boy and he's fostering a rabbit. What the hell's he feeding it on? Cornflakes?
He gets dandelion leaves for it, doesn't he?
I hope he knows which are dandelion leaves, you know. We don't want Albert Tatlock round here complaining somebody's pinching his mustard and cress. That was a full packet yesterday. There's only bits in it now.
Hey, Angelito. George really likes them cornflakes. Hi.
How do you do?
I think your Uncle Len's banged his toe on bed this morning.
I washed my feet this morning and I can't do a thing with them. You fancy being my can lad today?
What do you mean?
Well, do you fancy coming down to work with me? There's a few little jobs you can do down there. Unless you've got something else on.
I'd going to see my mate.
And he has to go to hospital, see his mum, haven't you?
I thought me and my mate would go downtown. Then he said he'd wait while I see my mum.
Which mate's there?
Is it Matt?
The one with the stripe there.
Oh, they went to the fair with. Uncle Len,
What?
have you nearly finished with my comic?
No.
Oh, just sit outside. Put your little hat on, eh? There's a good boy.
Sat there like Dolly daydreaming, not a word about the time.
You heard the alarm.
Suppose the tea stewed.
Look, you will lie there.
I'm bound to lie there, Annie, the flaming hours I put
Oh,
in.
Nicky, I'll make a fresh brew.
Stewed tea, nothing to eat.
There's toast and scrambled eggs.
There's toast, I'll take it for me snapping.
Time to do your hair.
Only come when the bug's out.
There was breakfast, you just didn't want to sit over it,
I
did
can't
you?
lie there, can I, if I'm not shouted?
You were awake when I got up. Nicky woke you. You were just lying there, frightened to face me.
Frightened?
Frightened I might ask awkward questions about Glenda Fox.
You've asked them all. Ever since yesterday dinner you've been asking questions, and you've had answers. We've got any greaseproof?
Mind the flaming grease
I need greaseproof if I'm taking the toast. I don't want margarine in my
got any
pockets.
greaseproof.
All right, then a bread wrapper
I
will
haven't
do.
got a bread wrapper either.
I suppose that means nothing for me break.
I suppose Glenda will be taking you for caviar.
No breakfast, no snapping, no money for
I'm
the
sure
cab.
Glenda Fox will be only too pleased to take you out for a meal.
Glenda Fox is a customer who flogs her cars to flaming death. There's nothing between me and her than a gearbox, and that's getting some hammer. Now give us half a quid for me dinner.
You can come home for your dinner.
And get nagged.
Oh, come on, Alex, do us a favour, will you? I mean, what do they think this is? Happy families?
Well, if you don't want to chip in.
I'm chipping in every other week these days. 15 quid because some bird's going to Australia. I mean, Alec the van driver's leaving, right? They're passing that round there. If they see anything less than a fiver, they start shouting skinflint. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Lily collections. Ah, well, they can stick the collections. Oh, does that mean I won't get one for my birthday? I bet they didn't collect for your Jack, did they? What, 10 drivers plus odds and sods or nobody left?
Hey, you know that girl that was supposed to have emigrated? You know, the one whose job I took?
Yeah.
If I didn't see her down the Rochdale Road last week, then I was seeing double.
Yeah. Hey, place I worked at once, you know, there were a girl there, lost her wages. We all went round for her, she did very well, kid. But surprise, surprise, following week she lost her wages again.
Hey, you know her that went to Australia? Well, I think she went to Australia.
Oh, shut up
you know.
about Australia. Look, it's my wedding anniversary today. But you don't see me coming here with my hand out, do you?
Ah, all together now. Ah, we'll buy you a barm cake, kid.
No, all joking aside, 'cause I said to Ivy this morning, I said, don't collect for me because I don't believe in it.
No, mind you, she doesn't tell you that she sent to the Queen for a medal, did she?
Yeah. Elsie's turning the work out all right, then?
I've been watching her. Hey, aren't we going to be a bit stuck on deliveries if Alec's going? Not let's get somebody a bit sharpish, like.
Yeah, well, the job centre sort something out, doesn't it? Excuses. Anyway, he's not leaving for a fortnight, is he? Yeah. Remind me to phone him up, will you?
Yeah. You're not chipping in for Vera, then?
Oh, no, come on. Like I said, they're going to need a fiver for Alec. I mean, what do they think I am, Father Christmas? All right. She's been married for 24 years. That's either here or there, is it? I mean, I think collecting for something like this is a bit stupid, if you ask me.
No, well, if you won't start
Yeah, and then
it
next
off,
thing, what is it, eh? It's the booze, the hygiene, the dancing down the Swanee. I mean, you know...
All right, all right. You're not feeling generous.
I am feeling pestered. That's what I'm feeling. Pestered.
Bert? Hey, Chuck. I've just heard of a job that's going.
Hey, seen it? House all to yourself.
Like home, really.
You can't move in our house.
Can't move for bikes, can you?
Left you out to eat after.
Left for some chicken legs.
Oh, have they left dear little boy some chicken legs then?
Left you some cake and all.
Cake? Let me see it, then.
Why take me mum some?
Your mum don't want no cake. We'll get your mum something from Willie's.
I'm not nicking now.
Who said out about nicking? What are you doing tonight?
You staying in?
I don't know how you stay in.
Where are you off?
Off to this reggae do, aren't I? It's late night, innit? I'll be there till midnight.
How are you getting in?
My mate's on the door, innit? Could get you in and all. But if you've got Alf Garnett and his old queen cracking a whip, well...
It's not a flipping council place, you know. You could get round here if you called for me.
All right, I'll call for you. Nearest his nose for $1.
He said, remind me to phone job centre. So if I just sort of forget to remind him, and I mean, Alex going and suddenly ain't got a van driver.
All of you remember.
Well, odds on you won't, love. Come on, order books are Baldwin's main worry, believe me.
Well, all it wants is one tinkle on the phone and there'll be a queue from here to Hong Kong, won't there?
Yes, but there's no reason why you shouldn't be at top of that queue if you shift yourself.
What? I've no real experience in that line, have I?
It's a van driver he wants, not a blooming brain surgeon.
Anyway, it's not just a question of experience, is it? It's like, well, you know, credentials and that. Like a union card, my sweet.
But you've got a union card.
Yeah, but not the right one, have I? I mean, that'd be Transport and General, wouldn't it?
They're not all that particular in packing.
No, they might not be, but they are at T&G. They'll want that job for one of their own, won't they?
Well, no to stop you getting a T&G card, is there?
Well, technically there's not, no.
I mean, what is it? It's fully paid up member to propose, fully paid up member to second. Everybody in favour say aye.
Yeah, but suppose someone says no, love.
Well, who's going to say that?
Well, one of the lads, he might want the job for himself. I mean, he might not like the idea of me just popping in, you know, changing my card whenever I feel like it.
Come on, Bert. All them branch meetings you've been to and all them stewards you've sucked, were you going to tell me they couldn't pull a few strings?
No chance. In any case, I wouldn't embarrass them by asking.
Bert, it's dog eat dog, isn't it?
Now, look, Ivy, it's what's right, and conning a union card, to me, is not right, OK?
Right? Right? Is it right you being here poaching my flaming eggs, then?
No, that's not right either. That's wrong, too. And wangling a card's wrong, OK? Now, forget it.
You know who'll get that job, don't you?
I've no idea.
Jack Duckworth will get it, won't he? Out of collar a fortnight and he'll drop dead lucky.
Right, fair enough, then.
And I'll tell you something else as well, shall I? If it was on the other boot was on the other leg, he wouldn't have no scruples.
Now, look. If I can get that union card and get in the T&G all fair and above square, fine, I'll have a go. I'll go to people like Jack, Joe Straker, drivers, and if they'll back me at the meeting and I come away with a card, all well and good, right?
Some hopes. Hello. Oh, hello, love. Hello, Gail. No. No, look, Brian's not having his dinner here. Is everything all right, love? Well, if there's aught I can do... Well, it's a bit of a undo, isn't it, love, when you're having to go in call boxes, having to check on it,
Hey.
Just a minute. Shut up. Yeah. All right, then, love. See ya. Nothing wrong, she says. It's obvious that she doesn't know where he's having his dinner or who he's having it with.
I thought we'd agreed to let them work it out for themselves, all right?
Right. Yes, we will. And they'll finish up working it out in flaming divorce courts, won't they?
My first little draw-through post this morning.
And nice, I'm sure.
Quick trot down post office, got it changed. So I'm not short of Christmas.
Ooh, you're a lad and a half, you are.
You having one with me, darling?
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, but I've hardly time to drink this, thanks.
Why the heck, Jack Duckworth? It's your sort what gets the unemployed a bad name.
Listen, nosy. I've paid me whacking. Now I'm checking it out. All right?
Not often we see Mr. Duckworth at lunchtime. Thank the Lord for that.
It's very affable, though, isn't it?
Oh, he's affable, all right. He's out of work, isn't he? I mean, it's only work that makes him such a misery guts.
Yeah, born to be a waster, that one.
All these people out of work, and yet can one get service? Simple repairs, fuses going, tap stripping, and you have to wait for weeks. Now, you would think there would be legions of people setting themselves up as handymen.
Yes, I mean, if you've got the skill.
Well, what about my Stan?
Well, he's got his windows.
I wish you'd give over. He can't even get paid for what he's done for folk being on holiday. No, you want a handyman, you come to our house.
Mr. Ogden does do a good window, but I would hardly describe him as a handyman.
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. Walker. He does live nearby.
Yeah, I know, but I just want you to be clear, Jack, that if you and Joe do the business for me at the meeting and I get this card, you know...
If Joe Straker's is proposing, I'll second. And if there's any mouth he gets at the meeting, I'll wade in.
Look, if anyone says no, I mean, I'll put my case, you know.
Well, you put your case, I'll put your case. No problem.
Yeah, but I just want you to be clear that if I do get the card, I'm going straight round to Baldwin's and try for this van driver's job, all right?
Look, brother, I'm in no rush for a bend, you know what I mean? Got a few bob finishing money, a few on the old gyroscope. Vera over there chasing the bonus. Mighty Midget can stick his flaming van driving job for me. Here, have a cigar.
Oh, thanks, Jack.
Sorry.
Hey, does that little cracker come in here often?
Only when her husband's away. He's an all-in wrestler, you know, noted for his headlocks. Got a light, Jack? Joe Straker said he's going to propose me. Jack Duckworth said he'll second me, all right?
He's not after a job, is he, Jack?
You're joking, Jack's not bothered.
Isn't he? I bet he's banged his application in right now.
Well, if he is, he must be the best actor since Gary Cooper.
Well, there's bags of overtime, isn't there? I mean, sometimes all Saturday.
Look, love, I'm not knocking the job. I'm just saying that from Jack's point of view, he's not bothered. He's told me. He's not going to be breaking his neck banging in for it.
Well, when are you banging in?
Well, be a fortnight at least.
But it'll not wait a fortnight.
But the union meeting's not till a fortnight, love.
We don't have to go to uni meeting just to bang in for a job.
Look, it's no good banging in for the job without a card, is it?
Well, Mike Baldwin's not going to ask you.
He's bound to ask me.
Well, then, just tell him it's a formality.
But it's not a formality, is it? Suppose I don't get it. And then what? I mean, I'm still out of collar and branded.
Branded?
Branded, yes, a scab. I mean, I get the job at Baldwin's and then the first card show, I'm out.
But you're branded already, aren't you? Unemployed, isn't that a brand?
No. It's an economic necessity, according to Mrs. Thatcher, any road.
It's having no work. And it's getting used to having no work, and that can get to be chronic.
And what's that supposed to mean? What you're getting at now?
Oh, come on, Bet, you know ropes.
Look, I know it's no good banging in for that job without a card now. Do you understand me, woman?
Well, I think you're wrong.
Go on, clever clogs, then. Just tell me how I'm wrong.
I think if you went to that meeting with a note from Baldwin that says he were backing you up, well, I think it'd strengthen your case.
Love, it's going all round the rocks, that, isn't it? Mr. Baldwin, can you give me a note to tide me over till I get a card? Meanwhile, back at the job centre, there's 50 drivers with proper credentials.
Well, what about if I have a word with Baldwin, then?
Suit yourself.
Right. So if I fix for you to see him, you'll go, card or not?
Yes, love, I'll go.
Well, that's all I want you to do, love. Now, come on, give me a hand to clear up.
Oh, look, do we have to now?
Yes, we do. We're going for a drink with Jack and Vera. It's the wedding anniversary.
You what? Jack said now to me at dinner time.
Well, I suppose he knew.
Oh, that figures.
By the way, love, our Brian's not been round here, has he, with his bags?
With his bags?
Yes. Because, look, Bert, I don't know what's going off. But there is something going off, and I've got a feeling that he'll be just landing round here with his bags.
Wonder where your dad is, eh? His dinner's ready. I don't suppose he wants it.
Hi.
Hello?
Any dinner?
It's in the oven.
Silence rained and we all got wet.
Snap!
Snap! Oh, come on.
I was first.
Was he first?
Oh, you're both that flipping quick.
He knows what's coming, he does.
You hide them. You put them down with your hand over.
You know, I've noticed that.
I never do. Right.
Snap!
I'll say this for you, Johnny. You're a cracker at snap.
You'll have to play my friend, Mavis.
Mavis?
Yeah, she's red hot at snap. Oh, all that dithering just drops away.
Want to go to Matt's house?
Oh, I can imagine.
They play for a packet of crisps, they do.
Aye.
When they're a kid, have some ice games at their house.
I'll bet they do.
Well, you ought to bring him round here one day, and I'll bring my friend Mavis. She goes all cold-eyed.
Matt's calling for me tonight.
Tonight? Calling for you? It's turned 7.
You can get me into this reggae thing.
What reggae thing?
What music do? You know, all of those coloured fellas. Ace fellas. Well, they all done a void that sort of hangs down in spikes.
Well, are you sure you can afford it?
Matt's got his cousin. He's on the door, so we can walk. Will it be all right?
Well, let's see if he calls for you first.
Probably won't call. Oh, he's saying he will, and he never does. When I was to play Strip Jack Naked.
Dead common, you know. She really was. I mean, I hate to use words like that, but she was. Dead common.
Living in the world. Not a sue.
I'll have you in exchange of that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Give us a kiss.
I'll give you your dear old Dutch in a minute. Get off.
Hey, listen, you've got my full permission to either kiss him or strangle him, sort yourself.
Do you know, Marjorie, you really turned me on to you.
Let us pray for a power cut.
Oh, dear. Oh, it's true.
What are these for?
For your tea. Yeah, well, you have to have something, don't you, to show us all?
Oh, it's first up, best set of choppers, you know what I mean, Jack?
We've been together now.
Have I got to put up with this?
No, see but
Oh, give him a bucket of sand, someone. Bucket of sand? It's a bucket of water he wants.
No, I can understand the water, but why the sand?
Well, he can make a desert song then, can't he, instead of this flaming rubbish?
I do hope that things aren't going to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Leave the lad alone.
Come on now. In the light.
I'm off. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Brad,
I couldn't have left without you, love.
I'm glad you didn't.
Oh, beggar those pumps. Flaming 2-star and 3-star. And credit cards. People wanting receipt, people being funny.
You better go.
You better be here.
We'll be here.
I don't see why I can't go. My mum will let me go.
You'll be safe with me, Mr. Fairclough.
You'll be safer in bed.
Well, he's got no school tomorrow, Len.
I've said my last word. Now, come on, whose drop is it?
I told my mum I was going, and she said no.
Well, if his mum doesn't mind, Len.
I thought we were playing cards.
I'm not making it up, honest.
Have you told her everything, though? Now, straight up, Johnny, have you told her it wasn't going to finish till midnight?
Not exactly.
Now, do you think she'd be happy, knowing that you were out till that time?
She'd be worried to death. Now, come on, I've got a king down.
Hey, Matt, why don't you stop for a game? We've been hearing how good you are.
I only call for Jono, but if he can't come,
He can't.
I'll see you then.
See ya.
Now then, I got a king down, so that's 3, isn't it? Your go. Ah, that needs 4 to bury it.
Right.
Think I'll go to bed.
Oh, come on, finish the game.
Be safer in bed.
What about your supper?
No, thanks.
Flipping kids. Coming this time of night.
I don't know, Len. Maybe we should have let him go. Maybe we're a bit out of touch.
Out of touch, us? I don't think we are. I mean, we read the papers, don't we? We watch telly. I mean, they're all just kids, just like them, aren't they? And it's people like us who started, you know. Terrified of being thought old-fashioned. That's what it is, you know.
Joe Straker's is proposing, and I'll second, and my mate here will come away with his van driver's ticket.
Oh, so you're going to be a van driver, are you?
Well, I'm hoping so, yeah.
Hey, just to say, I mean, why do you want to be a van driver?
Well, there's this van driver's job going at Baldwin's, isn't there, love?
Baldwin's, don't you mean Alcatraz?
Oh, it's a joke, you're Jack, isn't it? Yeah, he's been a joker all his life, but it's first time I knew he were a mug as well.
What do you mean?
What, there's a jump right up your alley and you're opening doors for other folk to walk in?
Look, love, excuse me. I was straight with Jack, you know.
Now listen here, he's been a driver all his life, he has.
Aye, and I'm sick of it.
Well, listen, don't think you're going to sponge off me.
I'll sponge off the state, not you.
Now listen here, you're banging him for that job. And so's Bert. Well, let him. But there's going to be none of this proposing and seconding. Isn't that up to Jack,
Look,
dearie?
love, don't you chime in. We don't want any eruptions, thank you.
I'm sorry, but if you can't keep your voices down, I have no alternative but to ask you to leave.
Don't worry, love. We're going.
I'll see you at the meeting at the Carter's
Look,
house.
look, Jack,
All right,
just forget it, will you, please? I don't want to cause any bother, you know.
Do you know, you must have fell off a flaming Christmas tree.
Look, I'm never going to get that card now with him not backing me up.
There's other folk, and you can still see Baldwin at morning.
First flying tonight, isn't it?
Aye, and it'll be flying in the morning by the look of things.
I still see you spoiling him, you know. Now, when you start fussing now and all the control's gone, innit? You'll start taking sides, playing us off one against the other.
He needs something for his supper.
He said he didn't want any supper, didn't he? You start cuddling him now, you'll turn it into a big issue. Make him think he's badly done to. A flaming picture.
Len! Len!
What's up? What's the matter?
Len, he's not in his bedroom. He's not in the bathroom. His clean clothes have gone.
Are you sure?
Yes, I had 'em all there, iron ready for tomorrow. He's sneaked off and gone to that reggae thing.
We'd have heard him.
What with that thing blaring away? He's changed into his clean clothes and then crept downstairs.
What the hell do we do now?
Some tea.
Hey?
Tea.
Oh.
I'll give him till 1 o'clock.
Then what?
Well, then I think we better phone police.
You thank you for that, I don't think.
Well, what then? What are we supposed to do? Sit here like pot dogs, helpless?
Could go to bed.
With a child that we're supposed to be looking after, responsible for, still out on the streets at 1 o'clock in the morning?
He's not a child, he's 13.
13? What's 13?
He's doing this deliberate, you know. Just to show us. Because I said he couldn't go out last night. He'll stop out as long as he likes, and we can get knotted.
I can't believe that of John.
There's your evidence. If he'd have had one thought for us, he wouldn't have gone sneaking out last night. Let alone stayed out till this time.
Something could have happened to him.
What's going to happen to him when he walks in here? I tell you.
What good will that do?
It'll do me some good. I'm not having a snotty-nosed kid taking me for a ride.
It's not like him.
Hey, what are you doing up, love?
Oh, 'cause I couldn't sleep. That way out room spinning round like a top. Besides, I feel sickly when I'm laying in bed.
Oh, yeah? Well, people who can't take the drink shouldn't drink, you know.
Oh, I want to get Everbird. Get us all a glass of water, love, will you? They say drink a lot of water helps you when you're feeling like I am.
Fresh air's a good thing as well, you know, love. I'll tell you what, why don't you jog around the block 5 or 6 times? It might just clear your head, and you might scare away a few burglars at the same time.
Right, I can do without your jokes this morning. Will you just get me that water?
Yes, my sweet. Love is a many splendid thing. There you are, love.
Oh, darling. Oh, by heck, Vera and Jack can't have shift it, can't they?
You what? You've not done so bad yourself, have you?
Well, it's to be sociable.
That is a drunkard's usual excuse.
I wasn't drunk.
Okay, so you weren't drunk. You were just enjoying yourself. Well, you know, love, there is a price for enjoying yourself, and now you're paying it.
Bert, you know, sometimes you sound like a flipping parson, you do.
And that's another thing about people who drink. They have very nasty tempers.
Oh, look, will you just get back to bed? Get out of my sight.
All right, I will, because I can sleep anywhere. Oh, by the way, love, will you be going in the morning, or will you still be feeling fragile?
I shall go in if I have to crawl across that road. I'm not having Vera Duckworth putting her tuppence worth in about that van driving job. That job's yours, not there, Jack's.
Hey, isn't that up to Baldwin?
What's he got to do with Oh, Bert, stop making me shout, will you?
Don't stay up all night, love. Wasting electric.
Still no sound?
No.
I think we're going to have to do something, Len. It's 2 o'clock.
It's 1:30.
1:30, 2 o'clock. What difference does it make? What's a kid doing out on the streets at this time?
God only knows.
That pop concert must have finished ages ago.
Yep.
He could have gone back home, to his proper home.
Has he got a key?
I've no idea. Well, don't you think we ought to check?
You mean I ought to? I ought to check.
Well,
is what
all
you mean.
right, then I'll check. I'll get a taxi or something. But I think we ought to do something. I mean, he could be hurt or anything. In hospital, in trouble. God knows. I mean, you read enough about things that happen at these pop concerts. If he is in hospital, they might not know who he is. Please, Len.
Yeah, all right. I just think he's still skulking round out there with that flaming yobbo mate of his. Kids who wear that kind of gear, they're suspect in my book. I mean, it's not smart, it's ugly, it's aggressive. Like those little flaming Nazis. No kid of mine had set foot over the doorstep with bother boots on, I tell you.
Shut up.
It's him. I'm flaming.
Len.
You might just as well slam it. Where the hell have you been till now?
Out.
Don't give me any lip.
Len.
Leave this to me.
Not now, Len. Are you all right? Yeah, of course. I'll get up to bed.
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Get up to bed.
Are you going to let him get away with that?
Keep your voice down. No, I'm not going to let him get away with it. But I don't think now's the time to face him. In the morning. We've had time to think about it and we're feeling a bit more rational. For now, just be thankful that he's back home.
I'm going to have it out with him first thing in the morning.
Well, then I'll not stop you.
Trying to get back in my good books, are you?
I'm making breakfast.
You forgot the sugar.
What do you think this is? Scotch mist.
Sorry?
Are you having any toast?
Yes, please.
Right.
You don't have to try to get back in my good books, you know. I mean, that's if you are.
I'm not.
I think I'll have 2 slices of toast today and blow me diet.
Good. I like you, fat.
You're an early bird, aren't you?
It's no talking.
Well, I'm always early, mate.
Since when?
How are you feeling, kid?
I felt better.
Oh, I know how you feel. Do you know, my head, it feels like a boiler. Hey, still, we had a good time, didn't we? I like a foursome. I mean, when Jack takes me out, all I hear is sound of silence.
If you can call arguing toss in public having a good time, yes, we did.
Arguing? Oh, we're arguing? I don't remember.
Come off it, that's why you're early, isn't it? Same reason as you were shouting odds.
Talking double Dutch to me, kid.
Oh, so you've not come in early then, Vera, to nab Baldwin about that van driver's job for Jack?
Oh, I see. So that's why you're in early then, is it?
We're talking about you, Vera, not me.
Yeah. Hoping to put a good word in for Bert, were you? Right, that's not a nice thing to do either. It's very sneaky, in fact.
You? Calling me sneaky? Huh?
Yeah, using your position as well, I shouldn't wonder, as supervisor. Hoping you'll get preferential treatment. God, that's sneaky. It's something I could never bring myself to do.
Got some dandelion leaves this morning. I like dandelion leaves, don't you, George?
Morning there, John, lads. Just giving him his breakfast, are you?
Yeah.
You know the arguments intrinsic to that being stuck in there, don't you?
No.
Well, you see, some people would say that that shouldn't be in there. That should be free. But then what future is there for a rabbit free? I mean, there's guns, foxes, Mixie what's it? I mean, while it's stuck in there, it's as safe as a baby in a cot, isn't it?
I suppose.
Yeah, but they are, you see. There's always 2 sides to an argument. You remember that. Mind you, I did once know a rabbit, you know, that could hold his own. Belonged to me cousin Cliff in Liverpool. Big buck it was. Used to frighten Alsatians.
You're kidding.
I am not.
Hey, Johnny, get in here.
In a spot of bother, are we?
Yeah.
Well, never mind. You play it dumb. Do the butter wouldn't melt in me mouth. You know, for a rabbit, you're a noble beast, yeah.
What do you want me for?
I think you know.
I don't.
I think you do. I'm talking about last night. Why did you sneak out like that? Now, come on, you've got a tongue in your head.
Why did you, John? Without letting us know, love.
You said I couldn't go out.
And your answer to that was to sneak out behind our backs.
You said I couldn't go.
I meant it.
I was only going to a reggae show.
With me laddo.
That's all right.
Is he? He doesn't give me that impression. He's cocky. He seems to think he can come and go as he likes.
He's all right.
You'd still no right to go like that, John. We were worried sick.
Especially as he didn't get back till after 1:30. Didn't you think about us at all?
You knew where I was.
Oh, no, we didn't, John.
You did.
Don't call me a liar! We didn't know where you were. You know damn well we didn't.
Len.
Rita was worried sick about you. She thought you had an accident. You were in hospital or something. The point is, we said you couldn't go out with Matt last night. And while you're under this roof, while we're looking after you, instead of your man, you'll do as you're told, or else.
And else what?
Or else you sling your hook. It's as simple as that. I'm not having a repetition of last night. You play fair by us and we'll play fair by you. And if you can't, I get in touch with your social worker, Mr. Worthington. Think about it, John. It's up to you. See you dinner time.
Right. He means it, John.
I'm not finished feeding George.
There you are, boss. Tell me, what's it like being the local big shot?
Oh, it has its problems, like my boots are always wet from people licking them.
Must be tough.
Oh, you can say that again.
Okay then, but look, I'll get these. No, you sit yourself down. I'll get these then. All right, lager for me, please. I don't want to know.
You know you're in dead luck, Vera. Mr. Baldwin, your beloved gaffer, has just asked me to tell you that the drinks are on him.
He's never. No, he's never. 3 lines, love.
I did my best.
Hey, but listen, you can have a drill me if you want, Mr. Baldwin.
No, thank you, Vera. Your friends might think you're crawling to the management.
Have you ever known me to crawl?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you about this morning.
Oh, I was there, Vera. Hand on the tiller as usual.
Yeah. Hey, Honey, I wanted a quiet word.
No, not at the moment. No business at lunchtime, if you don't mind, thank you.
Well, you're always having business lunches. I've seen you in here having them.
Yeah, but not with the staff. That's when the class barriers are light.
Might only take a minute.
Nope.
3 lagers, love.
Sam, hey, well, can I slip in and see you this afternoon, then?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know how you ever get anybody to work for you sometimes.
It's easy. They have to eat.
Well, if you want my opinion.
Not sure I do.
Well, you're going to get it anyway. You've done your level best, and if it hasn't worked out, well, it's not your fault. I mean, you can't turn base metal into gold.
John's not base metal, don't be stupid.
Oh, I know he's not. It's just an expression, but... I mean, if he's been brought up in a certain way, or not brought up in a certain way, if you like, well, you can't expect to change him overnight. Any more than anybody could change me. More's the pity.
Well, I still feel we've let him down somehow.
How? How have you? I mean, you've given him a good home and all your affection.
But he's only 13. And if we can't show him what's good for him and what's bad for him, then we've failed him.
Well, that's a very illogical attitude, if you don't mind my saying so, Rita. I mean, human beings are how they are, because that's what they are. Well, take me again.
Must we?
I mean, you'll not find anything in my background to account for my being of a timid and nervous disposition. I mean, my father used to do impersonations at chapel concerts, and my mother once told the vicar his nose needed wiping. So you see, Abby, there's no nerves there, and yet here am I, and I daren't say a boo to a goose. So you see, it's like I say, people are what they are. I mean, Well, it's all a question of how the chromosomes crumble.
Well, thanks for the lecture. Hello, Mum.
Hello, Mum. Where's John?
Well, he went out soon after you this morning. Gone to Bath. Not come back yet.
Did he say anything after I'd gone?
Not much. Just that you were going to Bath.
What are we having?
I've got your steak and kidney pie.
Oh, I'm sure he'll see sense, Mr. Fairclough. If only because he knows he'll not find a better foster home anywhere else.
I hope he does see sense. Because it is sense. Not just because he's on a good thing here.
Oh, who's that?
Well, it's either Jane Fonda after my body or the Grim Reaper come to tell me my number's up.
Hurt, me head still hurts, you know.
Hello, Jack, come in.
Is Elvira here?
No.
Good. Hello, Bobby. How are you diddling?
Rotten. I've now got hangover I had from last night.
You know, I can't understand people who get hangovers. I feel better after a good night out than I do after a holiday.
Yeah, same here.
Anything fresh, like?
What respect, Jack?
Well, Vera went out of the house this morning, just like she does when she's going out to a jackpot night at bingo, you know. Determined, face like a chisel. So I thought she might have got me fixed up over there.
Oh, you can rest easy. Baldwin's not even been in the sewing room this morning, isn't it, that, love?
Yeah.
He's not gone abroad, has he?
No, it'll be in this afternoon.
In that case, love, can you do us a favour? Can you nobble Vera for me? Put a bucket over her head. Bolt her teeth together. I'm not fussy.
What a good idea. Right, love, see you.
So, love, hey, and buck up.
Hurt. I don't think I ever will again.
Right, let's get the glasses out.
You what? Do you know something? Life's one big party to you, innit?
Don't you think it's easy, me being on the dole and enjoying myself? Sometimes it's harder than work.
I can imagine. Hey, Jack, you know, seconding me for that trade union card and that? Well, I've been thinking, if it's going to cause bother with you and Vera, well, I don't mind if you want to forget it, you know.
Do me a favour, mate. The more there are over there for that job, the less likely I am to get it. Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Hey, he's home.
What did I tell you?
Hiya.
Hi, John.
What are you doing?
Why don't you have a trunks and towel?
Well, I'd have done that for you.
I do it at home. Where'd you keep your pegs?
There's some lying outside. I'll hang them out for you.
I know how to hang washing out. Don't worry, they'll be nice and tidy. Won't show you up or anything.
What do you think?
It's as if nothing had happened.
Good.
Yeah, as long as he takes notice of what I said.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah. I never did, though, with my old man.
It was great at Bath. I'll let everybody in. We did it all to ourselves.
We?
Me and these two lads from school.
Oh.
Well, how long have you been home?
I don't know. I'll clean up George.
Do you know you keep that hutch cleaner than I keep this house? Hey, I bet you're starving, aren't you?
I've had some quiz.
Crisp. What do you want for your tea?
Anything.
Oh, come on, what do you want? Steak? Chops?
Sausages and beans.
Sausages and beans. You're as bad as Uncle Len. Do you know what his favourite food is at the moment? Fried black pudding and chips.
They don't know what good grub is, do they, John?
No.
Right, sausage and beans coming up. What about for afters?
Pineapple chunks and ice cream.
Oh, great. That's my favourite and all.
You two have a lot in common, like having very little taste when it comes to food.
Uncle Len.
What?
You're stupid.
Aren't we all? I wish I had a quid for every time I'd said that.
Oh, where the flipping ex Baldwin?
What?
Well, I've heard of 3 hour lunches, but he's having 4 hours.
Well, perhaps he's avoiding you, Vera. Perhaps he's given somebody else job.
Hey, up, have you heard out?
Me, no.
I'm surprised at you wanting your husband working here. I mean, you'll have to behave yourself, husband being on the premises. No more making sheepsight as a Norman in maintenance.
Hey, don't think I haven't thought about that, kid. I'm like between the devil and the deep blue sea. It's either having him in here under my feet or at home skiving like mad.
Hey up, Baldwin.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Mr. Baldwin, can I have that word now?
Step into my parlour, Vera.
Who said he's avoiding me?
Yeah. Good standard, these.
Yeah, we're working well.
About time, innit?
Come off it.
Excuse me. I wanted to word with Mr. Baldwin in private.
Oh, be my guest, Vera. After all, you've been waiting long enough, haven't you, dear?
Do you know she can be catty ivy at times? It spoils her.
Yeah. Now then, Vera, what was it, eh?
Well, it's about this van driver's job that's going.
I didn't know you could drive a van.
Not me. My husband, Jack. Well, he's unemployed at the moment, and he's a driver.
Funny. I always thought he was a brain surgeon.
Eh?
Oh, forget it.
Well, can he have it? Or at least have an interview, like? It'd be ever so grateful. Do you know, he's desperate to work.
Yeah, I see him, Vera. I don't know many people that are desperate to work.
When?
Oh, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, all right?
Oh, thanks, Mr. Baldwin. Do you know, it'll be dead chuffed.
Ta-da, then.
Eh?
I said ta-ta.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Baldwin. Hey, you'll find him a good worker. Nearly as good as what I am.
Left to be rejects, look. Send them back. Well?
Job's as good as Jack's.
Well, how do you make that out?
Well, he's seeing him tomorrow, isn't he, at 3 o'clock? And let's face it, Ivy, with Jack's driving experience, it's just a formality, isn't it?
Yes, just one thing, though, Vera.
What?
Well, it could be too late, because he's seen Bert at 2.
Shut your gob, Vera. It's a danger to low-flying aircraft.
Well, very best respects, I'm sure.
Aye, cheers, Al, thank you.
What's new?
Oh, nothing really.
How's the lad doing?
Very well.
Have you enjoyed having him?
Oh, hell, aye. Yeah, it gives you something to think about, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, I sometimes wonder what sort of dad I'd have made.
Oh, a good one, Al.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd have been a bit on the soft side, you know, especially if it'd been a girl.
If it'd have been a girl, you wouldn't have stood a chance like my dad did.
You say that he'd have made a good dad. What does make a good one, according to you?
Well, loving, but firm, you know. And no nonsense about right and wrong, especially these days. So you don't want to go spoiling that young John. His mum won't thank you for it, you know.
Well, thank you, Betty. I'll remember that.
Am I glad to see you?
Why?
Well, Hilda here has been feeling suicidal, haven't you, Chuck?
Well, wouldn't you be? With no future and not much of a flipping past.
See what I mean?
Yeah, can I have a gin and tonic, please, love? Now, Hilda, what is it? What's up?
Oh, poverty as usual. Grinding, unending poverty.
You know, when somebody's always skint, you spend a lot of time in here, don't you?
Do you know, I don't think he's been up his ladder more than a dozen times this week. He reckons it makes him feel dizzy because he's nearer to the sun. But you can't live off fresh air, you know.
Look, why doesn't he try for a place over at Ashfleet?
What doing? Painting stripes on humbugs?
No, look, we want a van driver. Stan's had some experience that way. Why doesn't he try for it?
Yeah, he has.
Well, send him over to try for it. Everybody else has.
Hey, thanks very much, Elsie. I'll go and break the glad news to him. Here, don't bother dialing 999 if he faints.
Are you trying to stir it there or what?
Yeah, why not? Beat sitting at home changing your corn plasters.
True.
Well,
I'm all right, I am.
look, you're going after that job, I tell you.
Look, I make a living.
You call it a living? You haven't had a proper job since Adam was a lad. Now you're going after this one. I'm going to have a regular wage coming in for a change, instead of dribs and drabs.
Now think on you. When you go to see Baldwin, don't you go letting yourself down.
As if I would.
I know you, Bert Tilsley. And I'm telling you, if there were another fella and you in a shipwreck and there were only one lifeboat, you drowned you because you'd hold back. You're not pushing enough, you know, Bert.
Now, look, love, I want this job, OK? And if I can get it, I will. So will you just stop fretting?
Bert, I know you're in with a good chance, love, but I mean, don't spoil it all by being too modest. Look, if Baldwin asks you if you've had any experience for lorry driving, van driving, tell him you've done plenty.
But blimey, Charlie,
you see? That's what I mean. Bert, you've got to push yourself to get anywhere in this world. It don't pay always to be too honest.
Oh, that's what's wrong with me, is it? I'm too honest. I wondered what it was. Well, I'll tell you something. I'm fed up to the back teeth of feeling useless.
You're daft. You're not useless.
Oh, no. Oh, why doesn't somebody use me then?
Bert, I know you'll get this job with Baldwin, love, but you have got to make best of yourself.
I am doing my best, haven't I? I've got that trade union card in hand. But if you expect me to tell Baldwin I've got experience driving a van, come on, he'll know I'm lying through my head.
Well, I will he?
Because he's not daft. And because he knows what I've done before. And even if he doesn't, he's only got to ask somebody and they'll tell him, won't they?
Yeah, I bet I know who and all. Flaming Vera Duckworth. She'd do hope to get this job for there, Jack. I bet she's already been to Baldwin and told him that you've never driven a van.
Now, come on, love, you don't know that. And that's another thing. I'm sick of all this argy-bargy. I mean, I know Hell's Bells jobs are scarce, but when it comes to breaking up friendship...
Yeah, but it's her. Come on, there, Jack's only just lost his job. I mean, you've been out of work 12 months. Anyway, he's not brulé about it.
I know that, but he's a van driver, isn't he? Oh, come on, love, be fair. I mean, you can't blame her for trying. It's only the same as you're doing, isn't it?
See, look, taking her side again. Oh, it's no good me going on. Look, I'm just telling you, you do it best when you go and see Baldwin, all right?
All right.
Hey, good luck. I've got my fingers crossed for you.
What are you doing, Stan?
What's it look like?
Blimey, the last time anybody did the... Hey, nobody's died, have they?
No, it's Hilda's fault, really. She wants me to get that job at going up Baldwin's.
Oh, the driving job. Oh, well, that's great. You used to be a driver, didn't you?
I don't want to drive for him. He's a slave driver.
Yeah, he is a bit hard, I'll give you that.
Ah, he's vicious. But Hilda wants me to work for him, and I've got to look smart.
Oh, she must be pretty keen on you getting the job, then.
She wants me to get a steady job. It'll kill me, mate, I'll tell you, with my back. I think she's looking for a widow's pension.
I'll tell you what. Driving for Baldwin would be great, won't it? I mean, he can't be over your back while you're driving, can he?
I can be snooping and look at my timesheets, can't he?
Yeah, but there's always loopholes, aren't there? Like traffic jams and the van can break down. I mean, look on the positive side. Just think of how much use it'll be to us.
You are?
Well, how many times have you and me said we could do with a vehicle? You know, for outings and little business ventures and that.
Hey, I know.
I'll put the petrol in. Hey, and don't worry about Baldwin checking up on the mileage, because I'll just knock the clock back.
You can get stuffed. You're like our Hilda, aren't you? Don't give a damn about me, as long as I'm doing favours.
Stan, it's what makes the world go round.
You can get nodded and so can she. I am not going for that job.
You finished polishing them shoes, yeah?
Yes, and look.
Right, well, get in and get your hair washed. The shampoo on the wash bowl.
Hair washed? He wants to drive another flaming ponce.
Oh, well, please yourself. But if you want any breakfast...
Oh, flipping heck.
And you can get one thing straight enough. I want Stanley to get this job. So if I catch you trying to put him off...
Hilda, calm yourself. I'm on your side. I've been urging him on.
Oh. Oh, well, that's all right then.
Hilda. You wouldn't say I've been an awkward lodger, would you?
You're after summat.
You're too sharp for me. It's no good trying to pull the wool over your eyes, is it? Could I have a pet?
Oh, I'm having no dogs here.
No,
and
it's
no
not
smelly tomcats neither. I have enough trouble with Stan.
It's a rabbit. A little female rabbit. I mean, I'll muck it out and everything. You won't even know it's been here.
Oh. Oh, I quite like rabbits.
Does that mean yes, then?
Go on, I suppose so.
Ilse, you're a pearl among women.
Cool. Tell that to Stanley, will you?
I bet the nurses make sure your mum gets that card as soon as she wakes up after the operation.
Do you think they will?
Yeah, of course I do.
I better get off to work, hadn't I? Give us that card, John. I'll drop it in the hospital lodge on my way to work.
You won't forget, will you?
No, of course I won't forget. I've got to pass there on the way to this job, you see. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, see you later then.
Yeah. Is it any use telling you not to worry?
Do you think she'll be all right?
Yes, I do. And that's the honest truth. This operation she's having is... Well, I'm not saying there's nothing to it, but it's the nearest thing to that. She'll be fine.
I learned at school. He said when people have operations, he said when they put them to sleep, they can't wake them up again.
That's rubbish. Take no notice.
But things go wrong sometimes, don't they?
They won't.
If anything happened to my mum. I know my dad would want me, but she wouldn't.
Who do you mean? Your dad's... your stepmother?
She doesn't like me.
Well, look, John, just in case you didn't know, there's a home here for you any time, and for as long as you want. Come here. You listen to me. Your mum's going to be all right. Got it?
Eureka! Right, get him in. I'll have a pint.
2 pints, bet.
Jack me beggar. Skill, mate, skill.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mavis. How are you diddling?
Well, I thought I might see you in here, so I brought that magazine you were asking for. You know, about rabbits and so on.
Oh, you're a Trojan. What are you having?
Oh, well, perhaps a medium sherry.
Can I have a medium sherry, Bet, for my friend Mavis? I've already got my first one, you know. We're already started now.
Oh, I believe they make very nice pets.
You make better pies, Maeve.
Pardon?
Well, this is a business investment for me, innit? I mean, I'm breeding them, aren't I? I want to multiply my investment, like. I don't half multiply, you know.
Yes, so I believe.
Well, you see, your average rabbit, he'd sooner be, well, like fathering than fighting. You get a good buck, good healthy one, and 3 zoos, you're guaranteed a meal on your table once a week for the rest of your life.
Sorry, Eddie, but do you mind not going on about it?
Well, what's up?
Well, it upsets me. I've just finished reading Watership Down.
Who?
And I'll tell you something else. When you're driving in a vehicle, you have to know what you're doing. Road's not safe for beginners these days.
My Bert happens to be a very good driver, Vera.
Yeah, but you're bound to think that, aren't you? I mean, you're not a driver, so you don't really know.
I bet he's a damn sight safer than your Jack, and at least you don't drive home from pub.
Oh, for heaven's sake, girls, give it an arrest. It's getting on our nerves, isn't it, Ida?
I'm not saying nothing, it's only caused us trouble. Hey, well, I don't want to cause trouble. I'm just sticking up for our Jack, that's all.
Oh, man, but for donkey's years, you've been telling us what an idle pig he is.
Shut up, this Baldwin.
All right, come in then, Bert. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, I know you've got a lot on.
Go in the office, huh?
Yes.
Well, what's it gone quiet for? Now, come on, girls, get cracking, will you?
Very polite, you're Bert, he said.
What about it?
Oh, I'm not saying no, I'm just saying it's polite. I wasn't saying it was creep.
I shall swing for you one of these days, Wendy, I will.
Right, Ivy, it's 2:15. It's for shopping hour. Can I go?
Yeah, go on.
Right, I'll be glad of the peace and quiet, I will.
Well, it's not the sort of job you're used to, is it?
No, but I've had a driving licence 20 years, you know, and it's clean.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, and this union card, you know, I'll have that within a week. It's all in hand, is that?
You seem quite keen to get this job.
Well, I am, yeah. I'm very keen.
Yeah, so a lot of other people. But, I mean, if I could give everyone a job that wanted one, that'd be great, but I can't, can I? I mean, someone's got to be disappointed.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll be getting over the road and see his lordship.
Going for your interview, are you?
Aye, with a bit of luck, I'll be back before closing. Have the pint ready.
Excuse me for saying, lovey, but, well, if he smells beer on your breath, I've got a peppermint you can have if you like.
We got that for a game of soldiers. If you don't like the way my breath smells, that's his hard luck, innit?
Yeah. I wouldn't say he was exactly setting his stall out, Betty.
He's got as much chance as our cat.
Yeah. Right, come on. It's your round. We've had enough, Stan. Oh, come on, get him in.
Stan, you can't go for a job with his skin full, can you? Look at the state of him just gone out.
Look, I'm happy as I am. I don't want the flipping job. If Hilders would get the flipping job... hello, Chuck. I don't drink.
Out.
Eh?
Stood in here supping.
Only had one.
Get home and get changed.
Look, about this show, I've been thinking. My back's bad, low, and there'll be a lot of lifting, you know.
You're always ready for lifting pints, I notice. Go on, get off home.
No, but that's
Go
different.
on. Come on, shit.
Pints aren't heavy, are they?
He's got no chance neither.
Hey, I wouldn't be so sure. That Mike Baldwin can be tricky, you know. Might just want to take him on as a tax loss.
He might want a tax loss, love, but not a dead loss.
Your father-in-law was just going in for his interview with Mike Baldwin as I came out. Vera and Ivy standing looking daggers at each other across the machines.
I hope he gets it. Do you think he will?
Oh, don't ask me. Mike Baldwin doesn't tell me what he does he? But I hope he gets it and all. I've a very soft spot for Bert, you know. You know, your Nicholas has got a look of him.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Round about the eyes.
Yes. You know, it reminds me of our Dennis and all. You know, in a bit, he'd be dragging himself across this floor and arching himself upright. On his bottom, he'll pull himself round, and then stand upright, and then he'll have to watch out. You get into all sorts of trouble. You know, our Dennis used to drive me balmy. One day, he pulled himself upright, and he had a flaming pot plant. He did. He stood there, munching the leaves and all. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? You've got to watch them like a hawk, you know, when they start moving about. Story of a woman's life, that, isn't it? Keeping her eye on her fella. Talking of that, what about you and Brian?
We're okay again.
Oh, really and truly?
Yeah. We talked about it. She was chasing him, he says. I believe him. Anyway, We've straightened it all out.
Yeah, well, it's a very fanciable fella, isn't it? I mean, you've got to get used to women chasing him around.
I know. And what do I do about it?
Well, I'll tell you what you do. You think yourself lucky, for starters. I mean, at least he doesn't think he's God's gift to women. You know, come to think of it, none of the good-looking fellas ever think they're Casanovas.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always the ugly little beggars that cause all the damage. Maybe because they've got to try harder.
I don't know how I got Brian, really. There are plenty of other girls he could have had.
Yeah, well, he wanted you, didn't he? You've got to admit he's a fanciable fella, and you've got to get used to the idea of other women chasing him. And you've got to make up your mind whether you want to keep him or not, and if it's worth it.
It is. Blimey, Elsie, you shouldn't be telling me how to hang on to me fella. You were #1 home wrecker around here, as far as I know.
Oh, all talk. Well, most of it can tell you that. Anyway, you want to take any advice I give you with a pinch of salt. I was never able to keep my own fellas, you know.
Oh, I know the ropes. Been driving 20 years, you see. Professional. So I know all the ins and outs.
Yeah, I bet you do.
This job of yours, a lot of driving up and down to London.
Yeah, that's right. Does it bother you?
You'll get no gripes from me, pal, being away from the old ball and chain the odd night. Not to say, change is as good as the rest.
Reliability, that's what he'd get from our Jack. Oh, here we go again. Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, look, Jack's been driving all his working life, and let's face it, Baldwin needs somebody dependable. You couldn't get anybody more dependable than my Bert if you set off walking from here to Scottish border, Vera.
But Jack's been driving 20 years.
Yes, well, some of the things your Jack's been doing don't bear much examination, do they?
What do you mean?
I'm saying not. Except the number of times I've heard you go on about your Jack. Hey, kid, he stopped out. He doesn't tip up, he sucks it all away. He goes missing for 3 days at a time.
Oh, you don't want to get notice of me. I were only kidding. Hey, Ivy, we've got another visitor. From another planet.
Oh, hello, Stan. What do you want?
Can't sleep, boss.
Oh, you can't see him right now, love, he's busy.
He's not busy. Listen, shall I tell him you're here? What's it all about, then?
What about this job?
You're never in for it. Oh, I see. It's your elder's idea, this, is it?
Hey, well, Stan, listen, love, before you see Baldwin, you have to pass us first.
How do you mean?
Well, we have to take your particulars down, and then you have to show us your testimonial.
Give it a rest, Vera.
Right, thanks a lot. You'll be hearing from me, all right?
Okay, Chief.
Right.
See you, kid.
What's all this then, Ivy?
About this job.
Are you putting in for it too?
Yeah, but I'll come back next week.
No, you might as well come in now, you. Come on. Do you really want this job, Stan?
Well, it's Hilda's idea, really, you know. And I said you want a younger man.
Not necessarily.
That's what I said. Hey?
Yeah, I'm a beauty. There we are. Yeah.
Oh, she's lovely. Have you got a name for her?
I was going to call her Bernadette after this girl I knew in Liverpool. Only she was like a rabbit in a lot of ways.
Oh, she's like a smashing pet.
Oh, this is more than a pet, this, Hilda. I mean, this is money, you know. Hot dinners and that.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm going to mate her, am I? Breed her. Have her multiplying. There's a great demand for it. A lot of money in rabbit meat.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah? I mean, this rabbit's only the start.
Do you mean to say that for sake of making a few quid, you'll put that rabbit into a life of drudgery?
Well, there's no sentiment in this, Hilda. I mean, this is business, this is.
No, it's not. Man's inhumanity to women, that's what it is.
You what?
It's always the woman gets the mucky end of the stick. I know I've had my share. Cooking and cleaning and drudging, having the kids and bringing them up.
Hilda, this is a rabbit we're talking about.
Well, this rabbit stays single. Now, have you got that? Untouched. She gets put in the club, you're out in the street.
Hilda, what have you gone funny all of a sudden for?
Because I'm a woman, that's why. She's staying single. And if I'd known as much as I know now, I'd have stayed single myself.
Yes? Mrs. Spencer. Well, it's for her son. I see. Right, well, what time? Right. Thank you, sister. Goodbye.
What did you say?
She's fine, she's comfortable, and everything went just as expected. Now, what did I tell you?
Can I go and see her?
Well, sister said you could have one visitor, so I reckon it'd better be you. Do you?
Hi. Any news?
My mum's had the operation, and she's okay.
Great.
I'm going down to hospital to see her.
Hang on a bit. I mean, visiting time's not till 7 o'clock, so you've plenty of time. You can have your tea first. And then Uncle Len will run you round there, won't you? So you just go and wash your hands.
His mum's okay then?
Yeah, according to Sister. You didn't mind me saying you'd run into hospital, did you?
No. I'll drop him there, then I'll see you in the Rovers.
Yeah.
Mike Baldwin's no fool, you know. He'll give you that job because you're best man for it.
Oh, I don't know, love.
Come on, you're better than Jack Duckworth. And as for Stan Ogden...
Look, I've not got an inferiority complex, you know, but I do know if I was going to get the job, he might have mentioned it at the interview.
Well, he's not likely to tell you you've got a job before he sees Jack Duckworth, is he? I mean, otherwise he's got to go through motions, else he'll have Vera playing steam.
I hope so, Mum. It'd be great if Dad gets this job.
Look, I don't want to talk about it, so don't go on about it. I'm not letting myself hope. I'm not even going to daydream about it. You don't know what it'll be like having a job again after all this time, I'll tell you that. Hey, and I hope you never find out neither.
Gail, is that Nicholas? I thought I heard him.
He's fast asleep.
Oh, leave that, love. Till later. Hey, you've not been out for a long time, have you? How about me and you going round to Rovers and having a drink? These two can babysit.
Yeah, go on, you get off, love.
Come on, love, let's make it a girls' outing.
I don't need my coat, do I?
No, well, Dot's drops. Hey, you two, if that babby muffs, see you to him.
Do you mind? You're talking to experts.
Come on, love, I tell you what, we'll celebrate Bear's jam.
Ivy, will you stop going on about it, please?
Oh, come on, love, it's in the bag.
I'll not be long.
Couple of beers in the fridge.
Yeah? Yeah, I can, yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah?
You and Gail, everything seems all right again?
Yeah, it's all been sorted.
Good. I'm glad about that, son. You had me worried there for a minute, you know.
You know something, Dad? I had myself worried, you know.
Oh, you don't want another? You've had enough already. Oh, go on, then.
Hello, what are you having, love?
Oh, I'll have a vodka tonic, please. Thank you.
Hey, how's that little lad of yours? Oh, he's fine.
He's gone to hospital tonight to see his mother.
Oh.
She had her operation this morning. She's doing all right.
Right, what are you having, love?
Can I have a gin and tonic?
Oh, of course you can. Make that two gin and tonics, Bet. Drowning your sorrows, are you? Me and Jack's celebrating, aren't we? What you on about? Oh, he could tell. He's definitely going to get an offer out, you love.
Definitely.
Yeah, Baldwin.
You know, I'm sick of hearing about this job. I wish Mike Baldwin would make his mind up. How does he let you know, by the way? 3 puffs of white smoke from the factory roof, is it?
Oh, he'll announce it, Beth, when he's ready. But it has to be Jack. I mean, it's right man for the job, aren't you?
Right one for a lot of things, kid.
Look, excuse me, I don't know why you two think it's all cut and dry. Because I know for a fact our Stan's on the shortlist.
Come on, Phil, it'll not get to your Stan.
Well, he were driving vans when your husbands were running round in short trousers.
Oh, I heard about that. He used to walk in front with a red flag.
Hey up, here's the chap that can settle it.
Good evening, ladies. Large cost trees, Bet. Keep the change.
Come on, love, put these girls out of misery. This job they're all chasing.
Keep out of it, eh?
Pardon me for breathing.
But you could tell us, Mr. Baldwin.
Look, Vera, I came in here for a quiet drink, not to talk shop.
Yeah, but we're all dying to know. Well, a matter of fact, Mr. Baldwin, there's been lots of daft talk about it. I think it might be better if you settle it, like, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, you're going to keep badgering me, only don't blame me if you don't like what you hear.
Hey, it's our Jack and Peg.
No, I'm afraid it isn't. It's not your Bert, either.
Hey, do you hear that, Stan?
It's not me, is it?
No, don't worry, Stan. I've given the job to Bernard Clough.
What the hell's Bernard Clough?
Well, you do work with his mother every day.
Riders, lad, you mean?
Yeah, that's right. I'm starting him on Monday.
Well, the sly cow. She never flaming said, did you hear that, Jack? Look, maybe this is not the place, Mr. Baldwin, but I'd like to know why you passed my Bert over.
No, it's not the place, but as you started it, I'll finish it. There are 2 reasons why your Bert didn't get it. One, the rest of the girls would have called it rank pulling on your part. But the most important reason was holidays.
Holiday?
Yeah, you're husband and wife, aren't you? You go on holiday together. Well, I didn't want my supervisor and my lorry driver away at the same time. Oh, and your bloke didn't get it. Not because he's a beer can, it's just that, well, with him around, you do half as much work as you do already.
Well, what about my Stan, then?
Well, he's never done me any harm, Hilda, so why should I choose him? Right, now I am going somewhere where I can get a quiet drink without being pestered.
For the lousy swine. And if you'd have out about yourself, you'd have stuck up for yourself. Oh, you useless you are.
That Ida Clough, she's never said a word. Scheming all the time.
I'm sorry about Bert.
Yeah, it's gone into Mars.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, sure, please, aren't you? Oh, I can tell. You were frightened to death of getting that job.
Well, I won't say I'm not disappointed, but life must go on, mustn't it?
I don't see why in your case. Oh, you're about as much use to me as a cast-iron lettuce.
Hello, man. Did you get John off the hospital all right?
Yeah, fine, yeah. I said I'd pick him up about 8 o'clock.
It's my shop.
Oh, thanks, Self. I'll have a pint, please, love.
Okay, love.
I thought I'd better take him straight up to the ward, you know, just in case. You know what a rabbit war on that place
Yeah.
is.
Did you see his mother?
Ah, just for a minute, just to say hello. She looks very chirpy.
Oh, good.
She reckons she'll be out in 10 days.
She'll be wanting the lad back then.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes, isn't it? I mean, we knew we hadn't got him forever.
I walked from our house this morning and I thought, why am I working?
That, Betty, my love, is a question I ask myself every day of my life. Why aren't I a rich man's plaything? Or even a poor man's plaything? I wouldn't even mind being kept in poverty.
Yeah, well, it don't matter, does it, as long as it's kind.
Mind you, I'm not saying money wouldn't help.
No. And the road, I thought, why am I working on a beautiful day like this? And if I've got to work, why aren't I my own boss?
What's brought this on, Cor?
Right, it's a fair close, isn't it? Off out with that lad, tittering and giggling.
Where were they off?
They didn't say, I only had a couple of words for them. Oh, they were too full of themselves, you know, for me.
That's the trouble, you see, Betty,
Yeah.
with folk nowadays.
Yeah.
No communication.
Where do you get that from?
Teacher gave it me.
Gave it me.
Gave it me.
You're a crafty one, you, aren't you? You led us here, didn't you?
I didn't.
What are you going on about?
That looks nice down there, Uncle Len. Let's go down there, Uncle Len. As soon as we catch sight of the telescope, he drags this booklet out of his pocket that he happened to have in his pocket at the time.
Oh, fellas, you're all devious.
Can we go in?
I'm easy.
What's it like? Star Wars?
No, it's real. It says here, at the same time the telescope was used for the purpose for which it was conceived, the study of the radio emissions from the universe. These observations soon led to the discovery of new classes of objects, radio galaxies and
Quasi-stellar objects. Quasars.
Oh, I can't wait.
And we'll have less of your sarcasm. It's a touch of the Patrick Moores, this, you know. The sky at night in broad daylight.
I'd rather have Roger Moore.
Nothing you can do without women.
yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't say that if he were doing all cooking. And stop teaching him your bad habits.
Can we go in then?
Aye, come on.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, love.
How is she?
She keeps dropping off, poor little kid. Her chest's all spotty and she's on fire.
Have you rang the doctor?
No, not yet. I was going to do it now.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I mean, all kids get these things.
It couldn't be anything serious, could it, love?
No, it'll either be measles or chicken pox.
How is she?
She's spotty.
Well, it'll be something to note.
They are out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. Can ring the doctor, then.
Yeah, I will.
Would you like her to see you while she's here?
Oh,
The doctor?
well, there's no wrong with me.
You really are a tough old bird, aren't you?
Well, that's because I don't make mountains out of molehills, that's why. I mean, I don't play with my illnesses, you know. Not like some folk, I get shut of them.
I see.
I'm not like her next door, you know.
Who's her next door?
Annie Walker, who do you think's next door?
Yeah, of course. I keep forgetting we live next door to a pub.
Oh, well, we do, she's out. Anyhow, you take her. She gets a bit of headache and she goes off to bed for the day. Can't stand folk like that.
No, Uncle.
You kid yourself with something wrong with you, and there will be, as sure as God made little apples. Now, I know a fellow once...
Is she coming?
Yeah, I spoke to the doctor herself, actually. A receptionist's off ill, would you believe? As a matter of fact, she asked about you.
Oh, and what did you tell her?
I told you were wonderful, skipping around like a 2-year-old.
Did you shout about me back?
What back?
Oh, wait.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait a minute, a packet of fags, please. No, not those. The ones in the red and white packet. That is what Vera Duckworth smokes, isn't
Aye,
it?
them's them.
Hello. Got you running errands, have they?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, it's a bit of a come down, isn't it? Big cheese one week and toe rag the next.
I'm not quite sure I know what a toe rag is, do you? But I'm sure that whatever it is, it takes one to know one.
Hey, leave me out of this. I didn't mind World War II, but when it comes to two women scrapping, I'm neutral. £2.5p.
Who's scrapping? I'm not scrapping, I'm only saying.
Well, in that case, shut your gob and give us all a bit of peace.
Well, they never got me running errands for them. They wouldn't come them games with the Ogdens.
No, of course you wouldn't, would you? But then I happen to like it. You see, especially for the fellas. And particularly that Ida Clough's boy. You know, the one that got that job that your Stan should have had. I wonder why he didn't get it. I mean, with all his experience of skiving, drinking, and stuffing himself.
Well, at least I got a fellow what's stuck with me. And that's more than I can say for you.
Do you mind?
Pardon?
Oh, not you, love. Her ladyship.
Oh, a bit of an altercation.
You can say that again, because I couldn't. What can I get you?
Just a quart of tea, please.
Cheeky madam. Well, by the heck, would you be as soon in my grave?
Hey, listen, I can't hold places for you while you go fighting wars, Hilda.
Right, I'll be back.
Well, I'm only... Oh, dear. I'll be next.
Ah, you better pay up while you're still breathing.
I suppose you're feeling lonely now Deirdre and Tracy have left.
Ah, you could say so, yeah. Never a dull moment with them two, you know.
Oh, they are a bright pair, aren't they? I must admit I felt a bit dropped on when they left me. In fact, I've been meaning to ask you for a while. I was wondering about getting a part-time job, something in the social services, not paid necessarily, and I thought perhaps...
Well, would you like me to ask round?
Would you?
Of course I will, love. Well, I can't promise I won't mind.
Oh, I realise that. Oh, I'll take some sweets for Tracy.
See, the doctor's there again.
Oh, I wondered whose the car was. Mr. Tatlock, I suppose.
I'd be wanting another check-up, I expect. Mind you, at his age, you can't blame him for wanting to see doctors. So,
What do I want a doctor for?
But you were complaining about your back.
Not to her I weren't. It was you I was complaining to. It's you I want a bit of consideration from, you know, seeing as how I share the same house with you.
Oh, well, sorry, I misunderstood, which, heaven help me, isn't difficult.
Oh,
hello.
It is chicken pox.
No doubt about it, I'm afraid. She's a sick little girl at the moment. Still, we'll soon get her better. There's the script for the antihistamine.
Thanks.
She'll be infectious for the next 12 to 14 days. Keep her in bed as long as she has a temperature. And even when she's up and about, don't let her out of doors or with other children.
My mother used to throw me at anybody with spots when I was a kid.
Yes, that is one theory, but not one I subscribe to. How are you keeping, Mr. Tatlock?
Oh, not so bad. Seeing as how I've got one foot in the grave.
Well, we all have, haven't we? But as long as we do a little dance with the other one, look after her. Don't worry. She's a strong little girl.
Thanks.
That's the last you'll see of her.
What?
Doctor, she won't be back.
Well, we don't want her to come back.
Well, you ought to. All sorts of things might go wrong. You know, when I was a young lad, doctor used to come every day until we were better.
Oh, no, that's going back a bit.
All right, clever Dick, but same thing happens not so far back. I remember we brought a doctor in once to our Beatty, when she was about Tracy's age. He was a Scotsman, he were. Come in on Monday morning, Tuesday. And he thought it was one at t'other. He gave her a good examination, left us with a prescription, and off he went. We waited in for him all next day, but he never come, and that was most usual in them days. 10 o'clock at night, comes a knock at door, open it, and it's doctor. He said, I'm sorry. You know, he quite slipped my mind. How is the wee lassie? And 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well, things are different nowadays, Uncle Albert.
I know they're different, but why should they be worse?
There's no answer to that.
Well, if there is, nobody's found it.
That's the gin and tonic, large scotch.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, love, you're back early.
I left Doris in charge. I've been doing a spot of house hunting.
Oh, not much luck by the sound of it. You know, I can't stand it there much longer. You're old fellow. I mean, he's driving me doolally, never mind the blinking cuckoo clocks.
Hey, I've got something for you to listen to this.
What's that?
Townhouse, convenient, all services, 3 beds, lounge, stroke dining room, modern kitchen and bathroom. Bargain for discerning buyer. 14,500, Fred.
Hey, it sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Have a look.
Townhouse, is it going privately?
No, it's through an agent. Hey, I think I'll pop round and have a look at this. Can I borrow this, Betty?
Yes, I got it for you, love.
Sam, I'll pop round.
Yeah.
Why don't you sell him your house, you rotten devil?
Well, where would I go?
You can have my place.
Oh, what will you do?
I'll go and live with him.
You stay where you are, all right?
You know, I must have a cracking sense of humour. The things I can laugh at.
Why do you treat women so wrong?
Well, because you love it. You're tragedy queens at heart, aren't you? I mean, you like putting it on, don't you? All the heartbreak and all that. Now, go on, admit it, go on.
Oh, you do know all about us, don't you?
Enough.
Yeah, and even you can't win them all.
Enough.
Ken,
Hmm?
have you had chicken pox?
No, would I miss a trick like that? Yes, certainly. I've had chicken pox. How about you?
Well, I'm just thinking. Yes, I'm sure I have. My mum made me a list out of all the things I've had, and I'm sure chicken pox was on it.
Oh, where's the list?
I've lost it.
Great. How about you, Uncle Albert?
Hey, what?
How about you?
How about me what?
Have you had chicken pox?
Why?
Well, if you haven't, we'll keep you out of the way of Tracy.
What do you mean I can catch it even at my age?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, we soon find out. Oh, God, nobody said out to me about catching it. Nobody talks about me, do they?
Oh, you haven't seen this, have you? The family Bible, a wonder of the Victorian age.
How old would I be?
Well, Tracy's 4.
Oh, right. 1900. Herbert lost at Spine Cop. That was my uncle, my mother's brother. May 17th. Mafeking relief. Well, there's not there, is there? Here we are. 1901. January 22nd. Her Majesty taken from us. Ah, here we are. Look. April the 2nd. Albert sickening for chicken pox.
Is that you?
Well, it weren't Prince Albert, was it?
Well, it could have been.
Well, it weren't. It were me. And I've had it.
Well, great. That's us sorted out then.
Do you reckon I should go to Rose and pass the word?
Yeah, you might as well. We don't want Gail waltzing in here with Nicholas, do we?
OK, Uncle Albert. Spread the word.
Right.
What was going through your mind when he said Albert's sickening with chicken pox?
Well, he's sickening without.
Oh, aren't we horrible?
Yes, aren't we?
Yes, sir. What can I get you?
Well, I'm come in for a drink.
Ah, what a shame, and I was going to buy you one too.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll have a rum.
Yeah. Who said that the old uns don't put it over us young uns, eh?
What young uns?
Oh, very funny. Look, just get the gentleman a rum, will you? And don't have one yourself.
Thank you, sir. I won't.
If it's not a rude question, Albert, what did you come in for?
Eh? Oh, yes, yes. Our Tracy's gone down with chicken pox. So pass the word round, will you? Anybody that hasn't had it, tell them to keep clear.
Well, I'll tell you what, Albert, I'll keep clear whether I've had it or not. Every time I clap eyes on you, it costs me the price of a drink.
What about Ken and Deirdre? Are they all right?
Oh, they're all right. And I've had it too, if you're interested.
Of course I'm interested, little chutty face.
Hey, but you'll have to watch it, though. I mean, if you've had chicken pox and you're getting on a bit and you come in contact with somebody else with chicken pox, well, you can get shingles.
Who says?
It's a known fact.
Shingles? Yeah. But Joe must have that 6 months since. It were agony.
Well, it's as well to know, isn't it?
It says here that the concourse building and planetarium are open to visitors every afternoon, including weekends, from 2 until 6. And here's us traipsing around them country lanes at 10 o'clock in the morning.
I never saw that.
What are you moaning about? You had your dinner out, didn't you?
I did, love, and very nice it was too, even though I had to cut my beef with a razor blade.
They're always complaining, women, aren't they?
They are, aren't they?
Hey, watch it, you.
Can we go to the planetarium? It's extra.
What's a planetarium when it's at home?
A theatre of the stars where you may sit in comfort to hear recorded commentary explaining the movements of the stars and planets, which are displayed on the domed surface. There's a show at 3 o'clock.
Can you have my horoscope done?
Would you flipping credit it? This isn't astronomy, this is astrology.
No, it's the other way around, Uncle Len. This is astronomy.
Oh, well, that's what I meant. Astronomy.
I meant astronomy. Like as if.
Can we go then?
Why? We can see what's happening, eh? It's a bit early yet.
Well, hang on, have we got time? When are you going to hospital?
Not till 6:30.
Oh, we got hours, haven't we?
Well, we're going much longer to see me, man. She's coming out soon.
Well, come on, let's go and see the stars.
Well, I reckon you've put the cat among the pigeons there.
Look, it was only
only saying what I heard. Look, forget it, Albert. It's just a far-fetched story. You know, somebody told me.
Oh, well, it was a well-known fact not long since.
I didn't mean that, love. It was just an old wives' tale.
And there's plenty of them and all gospel truth, too. You know, you can't keep handing things down from generation to generation, not without them being something in it.
Not doing very well, are you, love?
Don't you start.
Oh, I'm nicking off a bit early, girls, OK?
Certainly, Frederick. Anything you say, Frederick. Do you want your bus fare?
Hey, and cut out the comedy. No, I'm going out to see that agent that you mentioned, Betty, in the paper here.
Yeah, go on, then.
Well, wish me luck.
May every good fortune attend your efforts. I hope you get thous as well.
I'd better. I can just about manage the deposit on 14.5 grand. See ya. Oh, that's the you, Squire.
Right. Have you, by any chance, seen a fat little fella and a fat cat? Has he got a woman in there or something?
It's what you've got in your place that's worrying him. She will tell you.
Leave me out of it. I've said my piece.
Hey, what are you doing in there, Uncle Albert? Your dinner's been on the table for the past hour.
Well, leave it where it is and stop out of here. And you never said that about me getting shingles, did you?
Shingles?
Look, I only passed on what I heard. I mean, somebody once said that you could get shingles from somebody who had chickenpox.
Now, that's an old wives' tale, if ever I heard one.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah, and I know what I said and all. I'm not going back there next door, so you can save your breath.
Well, where are you going, then?
We're not residential, Albert.
Don't you worry, I'll find somewhere.
Aye, well, never you mind, Mr. Tatlock. You've still got friends. You can come and stay with me in Stamp for a few days, if you don't mind paying your way.
Take my tip, Albert. You go back with Ken. If it's a toss-up between Black Death and chickenpox, you settle for chickenpox. Yes, Hilda, love, what can I get you? Hey, you were quite interesting at that
Planetarium.
Yeah, planetarium. I never knew how stars work before.
You don't go by clockwork, you know.
I know they don't go by clockwork, clever clog. Hey, you've some room to talk. Astrology.
I'm just an ignorant plumber, though, aren't I, eh? I don't go out singing in nightclubs every night.
Me as did, you mean?
You miss it?
No. But I'll miss him.
He hasn't gone yet.
No. Hey, do you know where I'd like to go tomorrow?
I know what I should do tomorrow, go to work.
Well, you're nothing on till Thursday. You said so yourself.
What would you like to do tomorrow?
Gut at Lakes. That little place we went to.
Ambleside.
Yes, Ambleside. Hey, let's go. Take your fishing rods if you like. He'd love it.
You're a soppy ape of you, aren't you?
Not as soppy as you. What do you say?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, good. Hey, don't tell him.
No.
Keep it a secret, eh?
Mind you, I've not spoken to everybody, like, but them I've spoken to can't offer anything.
Oh, well.
Here, why don't you have a word with Ken? He might have something over there, you know.
Yes, I could.
Oh, by the heck, I can't get rid of you, can I?
Well, soon will, Hilda. I'm just going.
Hey, how's your little goddaughter, then?
Fine.
Well, that was a quick recovery. Is she over it already?
Over what?
The chicken pox. Only had the doctor this morning.
Oh, it wasn't Albert, then?
Well, I thought you'd have known, being Deirdre's best friend.
No, but then I've been out most of the day. Bye.
Ah, tell her, look.
Amazing, isn't it, how some folk know so little about what's going on around them.
It's amazing how some folk know so much and all. What can I get you?
Oh, I'll go.
Okay.
Hello. Come in. Have you had chicken pox?
Oh, yes, I have, as a matter of fact. I've only just heard. Mrs. Ogden just told me.
Well, we did send Uncle Albert out with his little bell, but I think he seems to have got sidetracked. Wouldn't you say, Kate?
He seems to, Dan. Yes, hello, Emily.
Hello. Well, you know, I've had some sweets in my pocket for her since this morning, but when I heard about the doctor, I thought it was Mr. Tatlock, so I wouldn't bother you.
No, it's Madam, covered in spots.
Oh, bless her. How is she?
Ah, enjoying bad health. And you want to have a look at her?
Oh, could I? Just for a minute?
Yeah.
You are immune, are you?
Oh, yes, I've had them. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, we wish everybody felt like that.
Don't tell me he's been here since dinner time. Yeah, we got rid of him for a couple of hours. He went off to see a pal of his.
They cheered each other up no end. Listen to this. Albert, what did that pal of yours say about when he had shingles?
He reckons it damn near killed him.
It damn near killed him. Come back here very happy, didn't he, Betty?
Oh, jumping for joy, well, come on, he doesn't believe it. He does know you're having him on, doesn't he? I'm told it's just something that I heard.
No. He's fed about. I think he's in back, love.
Has he got that house, then? Haven't they told you?
Oh, look at me, I've got enough trouble from him.
A townhouse, it said.
Hey, shut up, will you?
Oh, go on, it's funny. It was
a middle house in the Terrace of Nine, and according to Fred, long overdue for demolition.
Demolition, it wouldn't have stood leaning on. Only the wallpaper holding it together.
A bargain for the discerning buyer, it's said. I would have one of those cast-iron baths with feet on.
Well, I take it you didn't buy it then?
Buy it? I wouldn't have given 14,000 halfpennies for it.
Tit off. We can't believe anything you read in the papers.
No, it's true, and that's a fact. Bet, is it true what I hear about Albert, that he won't move back next door while Tracy's got chicken pox?
No chance. I doubt he'd even pass the front door.
Well, where's he staying there?
That, love, is anybody's guess.
Well, I'd have him, but I've got my reputation to think of.
He'd come Elsie, but he's thinking of his. Emily'll have him.
Pardon? Well, have you heard that if you've had chicken pox and you stand next to somebody that's got it, you could get shingles?
Yes, it happened to an aunt of mine. Nobody quite understands why, but it certainly happens.
Right, well, I heard that. Now, you reckon I'd be daft going back to our Kens, do you? Seeing as I've had chicken pox.
Well, I don't know how great the risk is.
Right, well, stop where you are. I'm coming to have a word with you.
Have I said something wrong?
Don't worry, love. You'll be punished. Hey, we'll use that nice cafe we went to. You know where they made them nice chips.
What's the point of making good programs like this if you're going to be yakking all the way through 'em?
This is important.
This is important.
Hey, Cheryl, he's back. And turn that thing off.
Blamey Nora.
For Exodus, correct. For exorcism, a priest uses bell, book and...
Candle.
Right. How's your mum, love?
Great. Oh, good. Well, we've got a little surprise for you.
I got one for you, I know.
For us?
Yeah. My mum's got in a hospital first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, she'll come around here sometime to take me home.
Oh, well, that's great news, isn't it, love?
Marvellous.
Hey, there's not much soap up there.
Oh, well, I'll get you another
No,
tablet.
it's all right. Sit where you are. I'll make do. Oh, could I use your telephone?
Telephone? Yes.
And get the number, will you, next door? It's our Ken.
I've got it here. It's 8827. Well, that's your number.
I know, that's why I don't know it. I never use it.
Well, what do you say when you answer the phone?
Hello. That's what everybody says, isn't it? Right, would you do me a favour? Would you get a number for me? I mean, I'm not used to it.
It's ringing.
Right, thank you. Oh, hello, Kenny, it's me. I'm round at Emily's. Well, I'm stopping there, aren't I? I've told you umpteen times I'm not coming back there. Right, well, you eat it. I'll get some of it up here. Now then, get a bit of paper and a pencil, and I'll tell you what I want fetching. And don't bring them in the house, leave them in the backyard. Because I don't want infecting, that's why. Right. You got a bit of pencil? Now then, write down then. Shirts. Oh, well, bring the lot. I might be stopping some weeks. And socks. 2 or 3 pairs. Oh, and my woolen underpants. Well, I know it's August, but I'm freezing. Well, there is a gas fire here, but it's no use, is it, if you won't switch on? So bring them underpants and stop arguing. Oh, and I want my slippers and my pyjamas. And bring them union ones, not them cotton rubbish. Right. And a couple of undervests.
And we return to Coronation Street tomorrow morning at the same time. After the break, countryside drama in Emmerdale.